Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Down the Line podcast. As always, I'm Nick. I'm joined by my co-host Ethan. How are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's a solid day. Did some grinding. I was grinding the Fortnite Battle Pass today.
You been playing The Simpsons?
Yeah, I was dude. I completed the main one. I'm almost at the Evo Homer. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been not been playing that. I've been playing the new COD that came out. It's been fun.
Valid. Did that. We got one a little walk right before we got back here, and then here we are. A lot of baseball stuff to talk about though. Is it just me, or does this Austin feel like it's moving faster than some other ones? And
Yeah.
it feels like it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's start on that topic. So a few things have happened since we last hopped on the mic. One of those things is the first major free agent domino has fallen. Josh Naylor to the Seattle Mariners. He re-signed 5 years, $92.5 million.
I predicted he'd go back for 5 years. The money not quite there, but
You did. Missed by me. I said Mets. I did say because I did say it was because I thought they were going to get Murakami, which granted they still could get. They still could stick him a third, but this deal it broke. We went almost like a full day without knowing what the money was for Naylor, which I think is kind of funny.
yeah. I think it was pending physical or something. But it's weird because usually when you re-sign a player, you already have the physical and all the information. But
Yeah, because they had announced it and then. Or like they had like posted it on like the socials and everything, and then they still hadn't said what it was. But yeah, so we have the full breakdown. I'm looking at Spotrac right now. The salary he's getting 11.3 million in 26, 17.3 in 27, 19.3 in 28, 21.3 in 29, and then 23.3 in 2030. So the Mariners get their guy. The big thing, one of the big things for the Mariners is that they had guys going into free agency. They have obviously. Their two corner outfielders, Naylor and obviously Gino. And then they also have Jorge Polanco hitting free agency too. So they had to bring someone back unless they were just going to replace all three of them. But they had to get somebody. This, you can argue this is probably the most valuable of the three. Because like Suarez probably had a better overall year than Naylor did last year. But like he wasn't really that good with Seattle. Yeah, Naylor it's a pretty obvious fit in that lineup. He was incredible. It would have been hard for them to like replicate what he had given them unless they went out and they got like a Murakami or like a Pete Alonso type of guy. But
yeah, and that's a lineup that already has a lot of righties and I guess switch too. But with the meat of their lineup being including Randy, Julio. Getting a nice lefty bat in the middle of that to go along with the switch hitting Taurali is also, a good fit there. Because, at the end of the day, you want the best player available on your team, but when you kind of mix in the handedness, that's just a bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the other thing with Naylor, they got him on 5 years. That doesn't look like too bad. It's not too bad of a deal because it's only going to take him through age 33. It's not like you are locking up like a. It's not like you're locking up the guy through age 37. I saw some people saying like, oh, well, 5-year deal for the first baseman. I don't know about all that. I don't really think it's that bad because like Naylor, what a lot of people have been pointing to is like he chases a lot and it's like the on-base stuff could be better. And if his bat to ball skills kind of decline a little bit, then he might not look so great, but I don't really think that that's going to be an issue during the duration of the contract. Again, he's only through age 33 season, and maybe like the last year he starts to dip a little bit, but I don't really think it's going to be an issue during the duration of the deal.
He's also relatively serviceable in the corner outfield. In 2021 with Cleveland, he played 422 innings in right field and had an outs above average of -1. Like, you could get away with that if you need him to play there. For flexibility.
Yeah, absolutely. You stick him in a corner spot if you want to get a little bit more value out of him, or you bring in a guy who plays first in a couple years. Who knows what happens? But I have a hard time like knocking this deal. Like it's not a super high AAV. Like sure near the end you're paying him more, but you're also not paying him nearly as much near the start of the contract, and then it's obviously a conscious thing. Like it's not even a $20 million AAV for him, and again, this is probably a guy that you're gonna look at as hopefully like a 3-win player for the duration of the deal. That's I believe that's what he was overall in 25, give or take. Yeah, 3.1. He can be a little bit more of a contact guy. He can be more of a slugger. He's shown both.
I mean, when you look at the AAVs of players around him at first base, like Luis Ariz is coming off a year where he was making 14 million. Wilson Contreras is making 17.5 million. Christian Walker 18.5 million. Like all things considered, I think that's great value.
Yeah, it's a good value. I wouldn't like classify it as like a steal of a contract, but it's definitely good value.
But it's definitely not. It's definitely not an overpay.
Yeah, it's not an overpay, even like by a little bit.
And even if it is, you kept the guy that you want. So
like
even if you have to overpay by a couple million.
Yeah, if you overpaid by like 2 million AAV, it's not really that big of a deal. When the big thing is keeping yourself in contention, like especially when this is a position that they really like they needed at the deadline. We obviously talked about it a lot. Like Naylor and Suarez were two guys that they needed. They went out, they got both, and it's not like this was just going to magically fix itself, right? Like you need to keep the guy now. Otherwise you would have been going in with that weakness again, and now you know what I mean. So good middle of the order bat. It's good value. This was probably one of the more like likely re-signings of the offseason. I know I had him leaving, but that was more so because I thought they were going to do another thing. But this is one that I do kind of agree in the sense that like this is one of the guys where it's like if you were going to bank on someone re-signing, this would be one of the first guys you would do it with. I think just because like the fit in the lineup was there, you know what I mean, like everything. It was hard to say like definitively, like how certain guys they hit free agency and it's like, oh yeah, there's no chance in hell he stays at this team, right?
Yeah,
this was like the opposite of that. Like maybe one or two other teams that you could see him with, but it was pretty likely Seattle was going to keep him up. And yeah, that was the first free agent domino. After that, we haven't seen anything too crazy. We've had a few other deals here and there.
We have the qualifying offers, obviously.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those, because some of these are a little bit interesting. So, the 4 guys that went back to their teams on QOs, we have Trent Grisham back to the Yankees, Shoto Imanaga back to the Cubs, Brandon Woodruff back to Milwaukee, and Gleyber Torres back to the Tigers. Which one do you want to start with, Ethan?
Oh, we can start with the Gleyber one. That's one that I thought of all the players who were given given the qualifying offer. I thought that was the most obvious one to accept it.
Yeah,
the Gleyber one.
I agree. Yeah, this is one we both had. This was kind of, I don't want to say a slam dunk because I don't really think the QO is ever a slam dunk per se.
It was probably as close to a slam dunk as it could be.
Yeah, because like you can say, oh well, Gleyber had a bounce back year. He started in the All-Star game, but he tanked his value in the second half. And this isn't someone where like he's had enough of a track record of the last 2-3 years where like he's been good enough to the point where a bad half isn't going to affect his market. Like I think if he went on try to get a multi-year deal, he would have gotten maybe at most like 3 years, 45. I think that would have been like the ceiling of what he would have got. So I think that him taking the QO probably is the best move for him. For the Tigers, you have like a quality second baseman, even if he's not playing the way he was in the first half. If he's just like overall just like a steady player, it's positive for them. It's a 1-year deal, so I mean worst case, like you just let him walk in a year. After this, if you're not good, you move him. Whatever happens, right?
Right.
I do think at the same time, if you didn't offer him the QO, you now have production that you would have had to replace. Again, in the second half, he wasn't good, but in the first half, he was like their best player, debatably. Like he started in the All-Star game. That's nothing to be taken lightly. But yeah, that was the first. I think that was the first guy who signed the QO. I think was it? I don't remember if he was the first one.
I believe it was. Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, this is I think this is a pretty obvious QO. Which one do you want to talk about next? We have some pitchers and we have another hitter.
Yeah, we could talk about. I guess we could talk about Shota.
Shoto,
Sure.
I think that this overall, it's a good move for him. I was kind of surprised because he had declined his end of the mutual option, and I guess it was a lower AAV. The mutual option was, but I think there was another like 2, maybe 3 years on it. I can't remember exactly. So he's turning out more guaranteed money. So it's a bet on himself kind of thing, is what it is. I'm kind of surprised that they gave him the QO, considering they had declined the mutual option, though. To be totally honest, what do you think about all that?
Yeah, I definitely thought he was going to be hitting free agency. I thought that, I thought that the Cubs kind of wanted to move on, and it looked like he was going to probably have to get a fresh start somewhere. So definitely surprising to see how that played out. But I mean, I remember talking about it. Like, he has a home run problem, and the
Mm-hmm.
only ballpark that would have helped him not give up as many home runs as Seattle, who's not really in the market for a starting pitcher. So I guess it's probably the best fit for him still.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, Wrigley is one of the more pitcher friendly parks in the league. So if there's anywhere that he's going to rebuild his value, Wrigley is probably the best spot for it. Um, Again, like we said, like a little bit of a home run problem. Home runs per nine were almost at 2 during the season, which if I was the front office of any contender and I need a starting pitcher, if I'm Toronto, if I'm Boston, if I'm San Diego, if I'm anyone, I look at that and it's kind of spooky. You know what I mean? What do we say
Yeah.
rules? What do we say rules the postseason? We say it all the time. It's like feels like we say it every episode at this point, but you know, it's those balls that go over the fence, right? And
Yeah.
if you have a guy that's like really prone to giving them up, it's kind of a little sticky. So I'm not saying that there's like no talent with Imanaga, but like he definitely does. Like he showed it in 24. Like he was really good. He was striking guys out, wasn't walking anybody. Still this year wasn't walking anybody. It's just a matter of if he can really get his stuff back to where it was last year, because like you could see that it was really just not as great this year. Less strikeouts, better contact against him. Guys had his number more this year, so if there is a spot where he is going to be able to rebuild that value a lot more, this is going to be the spot to do it. And for the Cubs, it also kind of helps them shore up that rotation a little bit. I think in ideal world, he's probably like a 3, maybe a 4 starter. Obviously, I think if he pitches to a ceiling, he's like a 2. But in an ideal world, I think you want to like make it so that he's like realistically like your 3, maybe your 4, because you're probably going into a 1-2 of Boyd and Horton, and then Imanaga right now I think as it stands probably your 3. Maybe you get someone else in there. I had originally had them for Ranger Suarez. I don't know if this takes them out of a market for a starter, because they had been rumored for like Cease, all these other guys. Do you think that this affects like where they stand in a lot of the starting pitching markets, or do you think it doesn't really change anything for them?
Yeah, I do. I think it's gonna affect it. I just can't see them spending, a ton more money on that front now that they're giving him, 22 million.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially because before the qualifying offer was accepted, they kind of didn't accept the option, which told me they were fine with losing him. But I definitely think it changes the plans a little.
I'd seen somewhere, and I didn't save the tweet because I'm an idiot. But apparently they were like really surprised that they accepted the QO that he did. And it apparently kind of like shocked them, and they are kind of reevaluating stuff. I didn't save the tweet because I'm a dumbass, but I'd seen that on one of the things. So it's interesting. Front offices, usually when you see guys get the QO, it's like, the top level stars that obviously they're trying to get back, but if they lose, like they're not going to accept it anyways. And if you did accept it, then it's like wonderful value. I feel like we're seeing a lot more qualifying offers being thrown at guys, and Shota Imanaga is not the only guy this offseason that represents this, of guys where they really like don't think they're going to accept it, but then they kind of get surprised when they do, and you kind of look at it and it's like, you didn't see that coming? Because like I do think that it's the best move for Imanaga from a value standpoint, but I can also understand thinking him declining the option would have, I mean, like a lot of us thought, it kind of signals he wants a multi-year deal. But do you think that it might have been he liked the QO and then rebuilding his value, or you think he thought he was going to get a multi-year deal and then maybe his camp was like, hold on, we have this $22 million offer in front of us. We're probably not going to get, even if we get a 2-3 year deal, let's say $40 million, let's say 45 over 3 years, that the $22 million is now we're taking and then trying to take another shot at free agency next year, or like getting a bigger extension from the Cubs if he does really well. What do you think?
I think it could be a little bit of both, honestly. I think he kind of might have overestimated his market a little, but also at the same time, probably speaking over with his agent and everything, realized, you know what, this makes the most sense, because if I'm not going to get a multi-year deal, or if I'm not going to be making more than the $22 million, might as well take it. Hopefully I can have a bounce back year and then sign the multi-year deal worth more, or just, around the same next year, once I kind of get my value back up. I think that's kind of what makes sense. I understand the thought process and completely, understand. Like, I get it. I do.
Yeah, that's like what makes the most sense to me. But yeah, so Shoto is back with the Cubs, and then we have two more. We have Trent Grisham and Brandon Woodruff. You know what surprised me? I'm surprised Woodruff declined the QO, because I think he could have gotten that AAV over like 2, maybe 3 years, or like close to it. I think he definitely could have got that over like a multi-year deal. I'm really surprised.
100%. I just think it's a testament to what Milwaukee's building. I think that he likes the direction. He liked what he saw last year, and by not signing a multi-year deal, even with Milwaukee, it just says, you know what, let's play out another year, see if we can kind of repeat and build off of the last season, which was so successful, and go from there. It just shows that, he wants to win, and he thinks that Milwaukee has the shot.
It's another solid take. Another. I'm gonna ask you a question here. So one thing that I think would have hampered his market a little bit was the durability thing. How much of it would you think? Obviously, we don't have any backdoor into these things. We're just kind of throwing shit at the wall here. But what amount of it would be like, I feel good about going in next year, try to rebuild my value. Okay, I wouldn't say rebuild his value, because I think he doesn't have it. I think it would just scare teams off from giving it like a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
But like, I'm going to prove that I can stay more healthy, I can be a lot more durable, maybe get something long over next offseason. Whether it's with Milwaukee or somebody else.
I mean, yeah, it's not like he's necessarily had a ton of injuries. It was just one that kind of lasted a long time, right? So it's not something that I think could be, look, obviously he had the multiple injuries, but like the one that made him miss the 2024 season. If you look at 2020 in the shortened season, he was fine throughout the season. 2021, he was fine throughout the season in his Cy Young finalist campaign. 2022, he pitched 153 innings. I definitely think that it was just the one major injury that caused him that trouble, because he's missed a couple spots or like starts here and there in previous years, but I really do think that the injury history is, or at least, his injuries aren't as big as it can be. I think that he should be fine. I would fully expect him to pitch 130 plus innings next season. Minimum.
Valid. Like, he hasn't had like a super ridiculous injury history over his career, but the other thing is, like, he had the big injury. He had a lot of setbacks this year too. That's another big thing. And again, he's getting to that point. He's getting to that age. He is getting there a little bit. It's, as you get, he's going to be 33 on opening day. It's not getting any, the body's not getting any younger there.
No.
Right? So it's a thing that I think front offices would maybe worry about, but I still think even with that in mind, he probably could have gotten, like, whether it's 2 years around 22 to 24.
Yeah, we see guys get big contracts who have a bigger and more prolific injury history than he does. So
yeah, absolutely.
I definitely think he could have gotten more
if he really wanted to. Yeah, interesting little thing here. And Trent Grisham, last one.
That's an interesting one.
This is interesting. So we had seen some projections. I seen a lot of projections around the 16 million AAV range, around about a 3-4 year deal. Had he hit free agency, and he accepted. I've seen a lot of Yankees fans, or not necessarily just Yankees fans, but like a lot of people being like, "Oh well, and now they're kind of screwed because Grisham's 2024 was a fluke and blah blah blah," right? And I do understand. I do have my own little bit of concerns about whether or not he can fully replicate his 2025,
Yeah.
right? But I don't think that it's like, I wouldn't call it like a fluke per se, because like
No,
he was doing a lot of things really well last season. Like he wasn't
made
chasing.
Clear mechanical adjustments too. His stance is way more open. It was 2 degrees closed back in 2023, his last full season before becoming a Yankee. And then now in this past season, 2025, it was 14 degrees open. His feet are further apart. He is, a bit deeper into the box. He definitely changed that. His attack angle improved. I don't think he's a 130 WRC plus bat with 34 home runs. I would say probably closer to 23-ish to like in like a 110 WRC plus, which is still good. But 22 million for him, obviously only time will tell. If he can replicate what he did, it's well worth it.
Yeah, and the other thing, you're going back to a lot of his mechanical things. Also, like his batted ball profile did improve a lot as well. Like he was hitting a lot more line drives. Like his line drive rate in 2024 was under 13%. It was almost 21% this year. He was pulling more balls in the air. He was hitting less balls on the ground, which is also really good. Like those are things that you look at and you're like, all right, he got it. And it's not even just like a short porch thing. When I say the pull fly ball thing, obviously we know pull fly balls, they're the meta, right? It's the meta. It's a thing. It's a real thing. So, I mean, like, I wouldn't necessarily look at this guy and say, yeah, I think he's a perennial 30, 35 home run guy.
No.
But I think to say he's a fluke and having him on a 1-year deal is bad. I don't really understand it. I don't think this takes them out of the running for any of the major outfielders, whether it's Bellinger or Tucker or anyone else. I don't really see that.
The thing is, I've seen reports that Bellinger right now isn't a priority. I don't really see them going after Tucker. Obviously, things can change in a flash. They could pivot. Bellinger could just not want to come back, whatever it may be. But I definitely think that doesn't take him out of the running for them. The Yankees coming off a year in which they were very, very good offensively in the regular season. Their pitching staff is getting healthier. They're going to get guys back. Now is the best time to spend.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like I like regardless of whether it's Bellinger or Tucker, whoever else. Like I don't see how Grisham would take them out of the running for any of those guys.
Right.
Like if they're going to be in on Tucker or out on Tucker, Grisham would not have any factor in that. That's more so what I'm getting at. Or Bellinger, same thing, right?
Yes,
like,
I agree.
I don't really see what that would change. Like they had Bellinger and Grisham in the outfield last season, right? It's not like you're looking at Jason Dominguez and seeing that guy's your everyday center fielder. Like he was awful defensively, whether he's like a platoon guy or you trade him for pitching or whatever the hell happens with him. I still don't think Trent Grisham changes much in what your plan was in the offseason. Maybe the only thing that changes is like, oh, we were going to give Jason Dominguez a little more playing time last year, but I guess not this year. Yeah. Like
the thing with Dominguez is something that we had the conversation about a couple episodes ago with Ellie. And he would benefit so much from just being from dropping the switch hitting act, because in this past season, 2025, he had a 63 WRC plus as a righty, 116 as a lefty. In 24, it was 44 as a righty and 112 as a lefty. And 2023, obviously a smaller sample size again, so not much to go off of. But in the very, very limited at-bats, it was negative 31 against righties and 213 against lefties, which is, the sample size is small enough to the point where you could ignore it. But it just seems like he is way better as a lefty. So maybe if he transitions into becoming just a left-handed hitter. A lot of the times, people think switch hitting, that's good. You can hit from both sides. What good does it do if you can't hit from one of the sides?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you were actively providing value, like, I think one of the guys you talked about is, like, Jose Ramirez, like, duh, like, he's one of the best in the league, but
yes,
he hits very well from both sides, so it's, like, fine, right? And theoretically, you get the matchup advantage. But again, if you're not hitting well from the right side or the left side, I don't remember what side he's better from. I know you just said it, but I already forgot. But
left side.
Left side. Like, if you're not providing value from one side, like, why are you hitting there, right? Like,
exactly.
what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you contributing from standing on that batter's box if you actively are not that great from there?
I'm not the first one with this take, obviously. Yeah. I've seen so many Yankee fans say it throughout the past, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, looking at it, it makes sense. This is something we should probably see more around baseball. If it's not working, you change it. The OPS difference, not just WRC+, OPS was 768 to 569 from lefty versus righty. He hit 9 home runs versus 1 home run. It's every number you look at, it shows that he's a better left-handed hitter. And I feel like if he's that much better and more comfortable as a left-handed hitter, the lefty-lefty matchup can't be worse than how he's hitting as a righty at this point.
Yeah, and this is not a player that has shown me enough where I have to pencil him in and I have to be out on free agents just so I can get him playing time, right?
As a guy who has to earn his spot, in the lineup on a very good offensive team, he should be doing anything in his power to give him the best advantage to getting into that lineup. And I think that would be from just permanently hitting from the left side.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I think he would absolutely be a better player from that side. And I guess one of the things we'll go back to Grisham, this transition to a Jason Dominguez combo, but going back to Grisham a bit, right? One of the things that I guess could be a concern, again, I don't think it's that big of a deal on a 1-year contract, is that his defense just isn't good anymore in center field, and this is true, it isn't. You could also just move him to left field and you'd probably be a lot better off. The range has taken a hit if you move him to a corner outfield spot. Obviously, Judge has right locked down, so you're not going to put him in right, so that leaves left field, right? The range theoretically should not hurt you as much, right? His arm isn't great. You don't have to worry about that as much in left. You don't have to make the first or third throws, or the right field, the third throws.
Yeah, and this is definitely why I think Bellinger's made a priority, because he was easily their best defensive outfielder last year. So if they get him back, that is definitely very good. Trent Grisham had a -3 fielding run value. Dominguez was -9, whereas Bellinger was a +9, and he played he's the only outfielder they have that played all 3 positions in the outfield. So the flexibility there also is unmatched.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, with Bellinger, we talked about it last episode, so I'm not going to rehash too much, but he's just, he gives him so much. He's a good hitter. He's a really good defensive player, base runner. He's just really good at, everything. Yeah. I'm not saying he'd make or break their team if he came back or not, but that's one of the players where it's they kind of need him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, we talked a lot about it last episode, so I'm not going to rehash too much on it. But yeah, I think that's all we gotta say for Grisham, unless you have anything else.
No.
All right. So next up on our little docket here, first major trade of the offseason. Taylor Ward for Grayson Rodriguez. You know what's funny? Is last episode I was like, well, I don't see them trading Taylor Ward, because if they had done it, they were going to do it at the deadline. And it happened a couple days later, they fucking traded him instantly.
Yeah.
This is really funny. I feel okay, this is a weird trade. I feel like a lot of people are saying, oh my god, the Angels, got, the insanely, the better end of the deal, right? And, that makes sense. Grayson Rodriguez.
Based off upside, yes. Yeah. I think they did.
Yeah, this is true. Obviously, he has a lot more control. What this tells me is that Grey Rod's medicals must be cooked.
Yes, that's 100% what
That's
it tells
concerning
me.
as hell.
They're taking a flyer on a guy, giving up a guy who probably wasn't going to re-sign. I think it's fair to say he was not, like, Ward was not going to be an Angel past 2026, even before the trade, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Grayson Rodriguez, we saw what he was able to do in 23 and 24, and he's definitely a capable pitcher, but obviously it is kind of worrying to see the future of his arm and his health when a trade like that is made, because the Orioles are a team that need pitching.
And
they've been very vocal about that.
Exactly, and plugging in a guy who last time he pitched for you, like a decent amount of innings, 116 and 2/3 innings in 24, was a 3.86 ERA arm. They could have used that this season. 366 FIP, 357 xFIP. Would like that. Strikes a decent amount of guys out. Doesn't walk too many guys either. Like, he's good. He's a pretty like solid middle of the rotation guy. Like very solid 3-starter. If all works out. That arm must not work anymore. Those medicals must be absolutely fried. That elbow must be pulled pork if this is the move that they're making. Because, no disrespect to Taylor Ward, that guy's a masher, right? He's really good. Really good power hitter. But you don't really trade an outfielder in his 30s with 1 year of control left that you're probably not going to re-sign. Or, sorry, you don't trade for an outfielder like that.
Yes.
And then trade away a pitcher with only 2 years of service time who's, like, shown you some really good things, right? Yeah. If Grayrod comes back and he's Grayson Rodriguez that we've known, Angels made away like bandits. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, but it also tells me though that the plan is a big free agent arm for the Orioles. That's telling me
they have to. They kind of have to.
Yeah, whether it's Framber, whether it's Suarez, like no matter who it is. Definitely something is coming because of that, because I would have bet that Grayson Rodriguez, like before this, if healthy, would have been a big part of that rotation next year. The rotation is obviously not great. Trevor Rogers had a very good year. Kyle Bradish, he's good. Like, they have some good pitchers, but they're missing, a front end starter still.
Absolutely. Like, as good as like Rogers was, like, only gave you 110 innings. It's been a while since he's given you like solid volume. Kyle Bratt, like you said, like there's a reason that they've been rumored on guys like Framber and Ranger Suarez and Michael King and all these other guys. Like, there's a reason for all of it, and Cease too. Like, there's a reason that they've been rumored because they kind of need it. If you would have included Grayrod in that rotation or not, it didn't really change the fact that they needed a guy that could go out there and they could start you a game 1 of a playoff series, right? Also, you had mentioned Taylor Ward playing in Camden, and you're kind of right. Ever since they changed those walls, it is going to be a bit of an interesting thing to watch. I didn't really clock that until you said it, but yeah, you remember when Camden was like one of the top hitters parties in the league?
That was so bad.
Remember that?
When they first moved it, that was so bad. I don't know why that was a thing.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays in Camden. Like, I never thought about it until you said it, but,
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting thing. So, I mean, it's obviously, like, this improves their lineup for next year. It's another power bat. Even if he's not going to hit 36 home runs again, which I think it's understandable to think he won't. He can probably give you anywhere between 25 and 30. Say a 115 WRC+ guy. I think it's a pretty reasonable outlook for him. Assume, like, not shooting for the stars type of thing. Like, it makes them better for 26 compared to 25, obviously, because Grayrod wasn't giving you anything, but, like, losing that value is going to be tough. And
which, again, that's why I'm thinking, like you said, his arm must probably be cooked if that's the case.
It has to be. Not to mention, like, even before that, he had lost a little bit of velo from 23 to 24. I think his fastball velo was down from 97 to 96. Yeah, it was down about a mile an hour. Usually, this kind of surgery doesn't help it. Not that we haven't seen guys come back from these kinds of injuries and be fine. Like we've seen it a lot, especially a lot more in recent history. But you know, it's a thing to think about. It's a thing to think about right there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. The next thing that we want to talk about, there was another trade. This happened last night, actually. This is the Braves and the Astros. Nick Allen for Mauricio Dubon. What were your first thoughts when you saw this, Ethan?
My first thoughts is that I honestly I didn't really have many first thoughts on it.
First thoughts, no?
I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of like one of those trades where each team must see something in what they're getting. Where, obviously, they'll know. Like the front offices of those teams will know more than just the average person looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
They're both very similar players in the sense of you're not really getting them for their offensive output. You're getting them for the defense. And it's just, I don't really know what to make of it, to be honest.
When I looked at this, right, I'd seen it. I didn't see who they were getting at first. I saw Dubon to the Braves. I was like, oh shit, because he just won the Gold Glove, and I mean, it was the best year of his career this year, right? Solid utility guy for Nick Allen, and I'm thinking, okay, let me think about this right here. You are doing this for mainly two reasons, right? If you're Houston, you're doing this for the two main reasons. Number one, you're trying to save a little bit of money for this year, which maybe that means they want to go after a pitcher. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. Dubon is set to make approximately. Spotrac has him at $6.8 million, whereas Nick Allen is making estimated $850,000. So it's definitely a money making move. I saw a report saying that the Braves are fine with Dubon playing. I think they said him starting full time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, a guy like Dubon, if he's starting at any spot, number one, pretty much no matter where he's playing, he's going to give you really good defensive value, whether it's second base or whether it's center field or any corner outfield spot, whatever, right? Left field, whatever. He's going to give you really good defensive value wherever he is. He's a guy I kind of think about him in a similar vein to Brian Hayes, where it's if you're just good enough offensively, you're just going to provide value. You don't need to be good per se, but
I mean, he had an 80 WRC plus last season. With the defense he provides, that's good enough.
He was more than a 2-win player in less than 400 plate appearances with that offense. You just have to be good enough. You know what I mean? When I look at this from the Astros side, it literally is just a money move, and obviously more control. They must have hoped that Nick Allen can be a little bit better offensively, or his whatever.
Like I said, they probably see something that's that the average person won't be able to see. Maybe they have some information, whether it's analytics that could say oh yeah, he's gonna improve at something, or we can work on it. They know something on how to get him better, on track. I'm not sure, but from the outsider perspective like this,
it's puzzling.
I don't really know how much more they're gonna get from him.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard for me to say. This is a guy since 2023. He's been below replacement level, minus 0.2 FWAR since 23. That's listen, Godspeed. He is an elite defensive shortstop, and there is that is not going to be taken away from him, obviously. But also the other thing is you have Jeremy Pena, and he's a really good defensive shortstop too. You have Correa, he's probably gonna play third. Are you gonna put Nick Allen at where do you put him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean you also have Altuve obviously, so second base if you want to move him there doesn't really seem like it definitely just seems like a money move for them.
Yeah.
Where they're just gonna obviously if they turn around and use that money to get somebody.
Then
you said
then it's different.
Yeah.
Then it's different, obviously, but it's an interesting thing there. It is most definitely.
That's a trade I'd make on Out of the Park when I just need to clear a couple million to sign a guy or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is the type of move that gets done there. So interesting trade. I guess I'd give the win to the Braves. I guess if you gotta give a winner and loser for this, but
yeah.
I guess it makes them better for 26, and the Astros, I can't really say the same thing. Speaking of the Braves, though, they made a signing last night, pretty significant one. Raisel Iglesias is back. Big fucking payday, though.
Yeah.
1 year, $16 million is kind of nuts.
I had him going back to the Braves, but I had 2 years at 27, which is 13 and a half, which honestly, I think if it was a 2-year deal, the number wouldn't even been that far off. So.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think that 16, they just kind of wanted to clear they didn't want to give him term, especially at his age. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like there if you're the Braves from him.
Yeah, like he's a pretty solid reliever, like a middle leverage reliever. I think that's like good. I mean, clearly like that's got to be like that's their guy, right? So
yeah.
I
like
just
the signing for them.
I was just surprised he got $16 million.
Yeah.
Now again, it's 1 year, so it's not really like that big of a deal because it's not like you're handicapping yourself. Like if he's not good, you just let him walk. Like
one thing that I think everyone's learned in baseball is there's no such thing as a bad 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Like I remember 2021 in that offseason, like the 2020 after 2020 that offseason. I remember when the Jays got Marcus in, and everyone was like, "Wow, $18 million, that's a lot of money." And then I remember I kept saying I remember saying to people like, "There's no such thing as a bad 1-year deal. You could get out of it easy."
Yeah.
Or, you don't have to worry about it next year. And you can see what the player does. I'm not saying that it means that Raisel Iglesias is going to be like one of the best relievers in baseball, but let's say he's not doing great. It's not like you're handicapping yourself, and it's not like it's an immovable contract where,
If you're not good at the deadline, it's not going to be that hard to move off of because, like, sure, he's going to be owed a decent amount of money for the last, like, whatever it is, 60 games of the season or whatever, however much it ends up being by the time the deadline rolls around. But because it's like, okay, if you don't like the money, you just let him walk in 2 months. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't think it's a bad deal, absolutely not. But I was just surprised that he got $16 million 1 year. Shout out to him though. Braves keeping their guy.
Yeah.
Braves keeping their guy.
Oh, this is pretty funny actually. I just got sent something from a friend. Ali, our good friend.
Our boy.
He sent a guy who played he had 3 games pitched in 1914 for Buffalo for the Buffalo Buffheads.
Yeah.
And this is hilarious. So I'm gonna send you his page really quick. I want you to tell me if you notice anything. His name is Ed Porray. Ed Porray.
Let me see this.
I just want you to look at like his bio and stuff on Baseball Reference. Let me know if you notice anything.
Let me see this. Is it gonna be some bullshit in the nickname? Okay, I don't even see a nickname. Okay. Pitched 10 innings and was a negative.
If you need me to give you a hint or something, let me know.
Give me a hint, because I'm not...
Look at the actual bio part.
The actual
bio
part.
Where it shows his information, like personal information.
Pitcher, right, 5'11", 170. Born 1888. In Atlantic Ocean. Is that...
Yes. According to his Wikipedia, it says he is best remembered for his unusual birthplace, as he's the only Major League Baseball player to have been born at sea. His birth certificate lists at sea on the Atlantic Ocean as his birthplace.
Yo, wait, no, I'm not gonna lie, that's hard. That's tough. That's tough right there. I can't even lie.
That is so cool.
Only one to be born at sea. Apologies if you hear the sirens out the window. My bad. That's tough as hell. That's tough. I can't even lie. Shout out Ed Porray, bro. Buffalo legend right there. Buffalo legend, man. there's one more thing that I think we got to talk about before we get to the main portion of the episode, and that is not necessarily move, but a little development that we've kind of seen early in the off season, and this is a little interesting. The Pirates are apparently like ready to spend, and
okay, are they coming for you?
they might be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the Pirates.
Yeah, listen, they might be. I don't know, man. They might be coming for me. I don't know. But anyways, the Pirates apparently are gonna be like little spenders. Now, I'm pretty sure before we did the last episode, like there was the thing, like it was either the GM or the owner. I don't remember which one had said like, "Oh yeah, like we're like like we're gonna be a little more aggressive this off season," and we were like, "Yeah, we'll believe it when we see it," right? Apparently, they didn't offer Naylor this much money, but they were apparently. The words that Jeff Passan used was they were primed to offer him. So basically it means like they were ready to offer him like 80 million plus, which is like unforeseen from the Pirates. Their largest contract they've given out was Francisco Liriano, 3 years, $39 million over a decade ago. The last time they gave it a multi-year deal was Ivan Nova in, what was that, I think 2016.
Yeah.
That was the last time that happened. 80 million for the Pirates? This is a team that, like, here's the thing. If they get some bats, they're not very far away as is. Because their rotation's really fucking good. They just can't hit. They have, like, they just don't have any good
arguably the best pitcher in baseball who is not only is he very young, but he's making a very, very team-friendly salary considering how young he is.
Mm-hmm.
So
they got
of not giving out big contracts. This is the time that you'd want to splurge on a guy.
Yeah. Sorry, do you mind repeating that?
Do you
just mind repeating that last thought? It kind of cut out on the thing. It was kind of lagged.
Sorry. But yeah, I was saying that because he's so young, he's still making a very team-friendly salary before the extension kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with all the rumors surrounding Paul Skeens with potentially getting traded because the Pirates don't have a history of getting out big contracts. The reason why I was lagging, I was closing out of the parking when it saves it lags.
Oh, true.
But yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, now's the time you want to spend before you have to give Skeens whatever it will be, 20 plus, 30 plus, obviously implying they buy out arbitration. He's going to make more per year, I'd imagine. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so it's definitely now's the time you want to give out some big money to whether it's Schwarber or whoever else they're going after.
Yeah, that was the other guy that Passan had named in that article that, like, they're in on, right? And, listen, if they get bats... That would be fucking cinema. I had this conversation with another one of my friends, right? Because I'd seen it, and I had sent it to him because, like, I mean, like we do it on here. Him and I do it. Like, we kind of just shit on Bob Nutting any chance we get.
Yeah.
And I texted him, and he was like, I said the Pirates offered $80 million for Naylor, which I would correct myself. They didn't actually offer the money. They said they were primed to offer, which is more than I think we've seen from them in the past few off seasons. And he's like, the Pirates what? All caps and question marks. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing. So far, they are making good on their promise that they want to spend. Again, we had said before, like, yeah, we'll believe it when we see it. And again, they haven't given out the money yet to anyone. It has not happened yet, right? They have not signed any of the big bats. But it's a thing to look at. It's a thing to think about because you've seen the odd free agent that's been associated with the Pirates here and there, like this offseason. Like, I think Jorge Polanco was someone who, yeah, the Pirates could be a suitor for him. Now you're hearing Schwarber, which nobody would have told you a month ago. Like, if you said, "Oh yeah, I think the Pirates are the team for Schwarber," people would have looked at you.
If you told me a week ago, I wouldn't have believed you.
They would have looked at you. They would have said, "Are you fucking crazy?" Pirates and Schwarber, and now it's like, wait a minute, like this is a thing to watch here. So it's interesting because again, like you said, they're not very far away if they get some bats. Like, their rotation's really good. Their bullpen isn't terrible either. Like, if they get some bats, like, that's a team that could make a wild card push, depending on what they do to the offense in 26. So,
for sure.
It's an interesting thing to look at. All right. I think we are ready to move on to the main portion of this episode. What do you think? Unless you have anything else to add?
I'm ready.
You ready? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, last week, the last of the major awards were announced. So me and Ethan, we are going to be giving. We made our own ballots for a lot of the major awards this off season. So we have the AL and NL MVPs, Cy Youngs, Rookie of the Year, Reliever of the Year, the Hank Aaron's. We have each league's Gold Gloves, each league's Silver Slugger, and we took our hand at an all MLB first and second team. All right. So the way that this is going to work, we're going to go section by section. I guess we'll start in like the AL major awards because that's just how I have it ordered on the sheet. And we are going to list our top whatever for the award. For like MVP and Cy Young, we did a top 10, and for some of the other ones, we did like top 3 or 5 depending on what the award is. So I guess we'll start AL. We'll start MVP. Ethan, read me your top 10 for AL MVP.
So I had, obviously, Judge first. I had Cal second. I had Bobby third. I had Scooble fourth. I had J-Ram fifth. I had Springer sixth. I had Crochet seventh. I gave a lot of value to the pitchers. Did I say seventh? Yeah. I had Julio eighth. I had Kurtz ninth, and I had Buxton 10th.
I like the Kurtz pick. I can't lie. I do love the Kurtz pick. My top 10. I'll start at 10. I'll be different. My 10. I'm going to go ascending. 10. I had Michael Garcia. 9. George Springer. 8. Garrett Crochet. 7. Julio Rodriguez. 6. Jeremy Pena. 5. Tarek Skubal. 4. Jose Ramirez. 3. Bobby Witt Jr. 2. Cal Raleigh. And 1. Aaron Judge. I'm not going to go as much into the Judge and Raleigh stuff because we've talked about it like so many times already. I don't really think it's worth getting into again. My thoughts haven't really changed that much since we started talking about it in like August. So I'm not really going to go over the Judge and Raleigh thing. Bobby Witt he actually wasn't a finalist for the actual award. We both had him third, I think. Bobby Witt is like a generational player. Like already he is on track to being one of the greatest shortstops ever. Like this is a significant down year from last year, and he was an 8-win player. I need everyone to process that again and realize just how insane that is. That an 8-win season was a 2.5-win decline from what he was last year. He was by far the best shortstop in the league this year. Like it was not close either. He's still a really good hitter. He was like a 135 WRC plus hitter this season. One of the best defensive players in baseball. He won the Platinum Glove. It's actually, I'm thinking about it. I forgot to put Platinum Glove on the sheet, but whatever. We can give it, I guess, when we're done our Gold Gloves. He's just insane. I moved J-Ram down a little bit. I had Jeremy Pena pretty high. He did miss some time with injury, but that didn't really like hurt his value. Like he provided the same overall value as like someone like Julio Rodriguez. Like their F4 was the same, and Pena had like 35 fewer games played. Like he was just that good. I also think Michael Garcia deserved a nod here as well. He was one of the best defensive players in baseball this season. He was also a really good offensive player. One of the most valuable players in the league, I think. There were two, there was one player that didn't make my top 10 that actually was the actual top 10. That was Junior Caminero. There was, who was your guy who made it that didn't make it in real life? I can't remember who it was.
My list, Kurtz.
It was Kurtz. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like not to take away from Caminero. Caminero is incredible. I just don't think he was a top 10 in MVP voting kind of guy. It's just kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything on your ballot that you want to speak on specifically?
No. I mean, not really. I mean, you kind of covered the main ones. I said I gave a lot of stock into pitchers. Skubal was the best pitcher in the American League. Crochet was number 2, so I wanted to make sure both of them were high on that list because I think what they did was incredible, like just amazing seasons. So had to give them their flowers, right?
Yeah, and that's how that stacks up to the actual finish of Judge, Raleigh, J-Ram, Bobby, Skubal, Julio, Springer, Crochet, Caminero, and Pena, 1 to 10. That was the real life finish. That's how ours stacks up to that. We'll move on to Cy Young. I guess I'll go first this time. So from 10 to 1, these were my guys. I had Chris Bubich, Trevor Rogers.
Oh, I just did five for the Cy Youngs.
That's fine. Okay. I don't know. I just kind of had it laid out. I just figured. I just kind of did it because when I go on Baseball Reference, it shows like 10 guys. So I just figured, I'll do that. Doesn't really
That's fair.
matter. My 10 to 1 was Chris Bubich, Trevor Rogers, Nathan Eovaldi, Carlos Rodon, Jacob deGrom, Brian Wu, Max Fried, Hunter Brown, Garrett Crochet, and Tarek Skubal. So if anyone caught it, my 1 through 5 was like the exact same. I moved Jacob deGrom up a couple spots. I had Nathan Eovaldi on here, and I had Chris Bubich on here. I knocked Chapman and Drew Rasmussen off. I had a really hard time choosing between Rasmussen and Bubich, and then Chapman, as good as he was, I just don't really think that out of the bullpen he provided as much as any of the guys here that were starters. So that was my Cy Young ballot. So Ethan, give me your top 5 here.
First of all, I was definitely surprised that Eovaldi wasn't in the actual top 10.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Size, but like he was unbelievable, and it's kind of like, you know, with how many innings he pitched, like, yes, it wasn't as much as some of the other guys, but with that logic, why was Rogers also in the top 10? You know what I mean? Because that's kind of what was interesting. Because if Rogers wasn't a top 10, then I don't understand Eovaldi, the consistency there, but he had more innings than Rogers. So
absolutely, and he was like almost every bit as good as Rogers too. Like, they were both incredible. I have a really hard time wrapping my mind around why he wasn't. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Yeah, that was a surprising thing to me when I had actually seen the ballot. Yeah, that was crazy. All right. So,
for my Cy Young,
let's hear it.
So I guess I'll go in reverse order, like you've been doing.
If you want.
At 5 I had Wu. At 4 I had Fried. At 3 I had Brown, 2 Crochet, 1 Skubal. So I actually had the same one as it actually finished.
Yeah.
Which, that's one of the things where, I kind of wanted to do something different, but at the end of the day, I agree with it. So I'm not gonna.
If they got it, they got it.
Just to be different. Yeah, I'm not gonna do something where just to be different. If I don't think it is, I'm gonna stay true to what I think. If I want to make a blind ballot looking at the stats, I'm sure that's how I would have also ordered it.
Yeah, it would have been something like that. Maybe, it would have been pretty much
maybe like a 4 or 5 interchange, but like for the most
that would have
part,
been like at most. That would have been the biggest change, if anything. So those were our Cy Young ballots. Our top 5 was actually all the exact same as the real life one. Listen, if they got it, they got it. All right, Ethan, give us your rookies of the year, or your rookie of the year voting.
So for that, I also just did top 5. I guess we'll start American League. So for the American League, I had Noah Cameron at 5. I had Roman Anthony at 4. I had Colson Montgomery at 3, Jacob Wilson at 2, and Nick Kurtz at 1. But obviously, Colson Montgomery and Jacob Wilson were interchangeable for me. I think they both had great years, but just the fact that Jacob Wilson was able to maintain an average pretty well above 300 the whole year was impressive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was looking like the runaway early in the season, and then, of course, Nick Kurtz
and then his
came
teammate,
in, and he was just that fucking guy, but, it's what it is. All right, so from 5-1 for me, it was Noah Cameron, Roman Anthony, Jacob Wilson, Dylan Dingler, and Nick Kurtz. So, unfortunately,
Dylan Dingler, what a fun name.
Had to leave Colson Montgomery off. I was surprised that Dylan Dingler wasn't on the actual ballot, or like wasn't in the top 5. He was a 4-win player this year. He, I think, had the second highest WAR among rookies in either league. Only behind, of course, Nick Kurtz, because Nick Kurtz is just an absolute demon. Dingler, like, he was a good hitter this year, 109 WRC plus behind the dish, really good defensive catcher as well. I'm really surprised that he didn't crack the top 5 for the for the actual ballot. And I'm gonna ask you, because I guess you just kind of reorder the top 5, I guess. Why no Dylan Dingler? Was just give me your thoughts here.
Well, Dingler, I was really considering, and he just missed the cut. For me, yes, he was very good defensively, but for an award like this, I base it more off of the offense, and I just like the other guy's output. If I were to do a full top 10, Dingler would definitely be 6, probably.
Okay.
Like I'm probably 95% sure I put him at 6. Obviously, I didn't do a full top 10. But yeah, it's just obviously the defense is there, but I don't know. Personally, I would have liked to see a bit more offense in my rookie of the year. Again, not trying to take anything away. It's just the other guys offensively, and obviously Noah Cameron pitching wise. I just really liked what they did, and Dingler, credit to him, great rookie year, one of the best defensive catchers in baseball. Not trying to take anything away there.
Already, which is no small feat as well.
Right.
So shout out to him. We will go now to our American League reliever of the year voting. From 5-1, these were my guys. I had Josh Hader, Garrett Whitlock, Cade Smith, Andres Munoz, and of course Aroldis Chapman. He was the one who won in real life, so I agree with the winner. I didn't see any actual voting on this. I'm pretty sure there's actually a Player's Choice Award if I remember right, but couldn't see any voting on it. I only could see winners, so there's no actual finish to compare it to, so we just have to compare that Chapman won. But if I had to give a top 5, that's who it would have been in that order. I also, when I was looking at this, do you want to, so listen, if you go to Fangraphs and you go to relievers, AO relievers, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to guess who is third in earned run average, like as a reliever? You want to take a guess?
Third?
Yeah. It's behind Chapman and Munoz.
Huh. Just behind Chapman. Lauer?
It's Braden Fisher.
Really?
As a reliever.
Huh.
Yeah, as a reliever.
The only reason I say Lauer is just because I know he pitched a lot out of the pen down the stretch, and he was pretty good.
Yeah. I was looking at this, and I was like, wait, there's
Fisher was good, man.
Shout out, bro. I almost put him at 5 just because I was like, shit, let me do it for my guy. But I was like, nah, I'll throw Hader on there. But I wanted to do that because I didn't realize, like, I knew he was like really good out of the pen. I didn't realize he was like third best ERA in the AL out of the pen. Good.
Yeah.
Shadow Fisher though. That's my guy. That's our guy. Man, I love Fisher. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ethan, give me your picks here. What you got?
I did top 3. I did Munoz 3, Duran 2, and Chapman 1. Duran was interesting because obviously he did get traded, but I still thought what he did for Minnesota, his numbers were incredible.
Okay.
And that's why I have him there. Hader just missed out on my cut.
Okay, valid. Duran, even though half a season. Okay. I like that. I respect it.
It's just one of those things, like, for example, like, you see players get traded, but, like, could still win a Gold Glove in the first league just because of, like... So it's just, that was my thought process.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
I'm going to give it to him there.
Yeah, no, it's valid. I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
All right. Hank Aaron, award voting. What you got for me?
So for the whoops, uh,
For the
for the
AL.
Hank Aaron, yeah, I had Judge winning it. I
Mm-hmm.
obviously, I had Raleigh 2, Kurtz 3, Springer 4, and then oh, I didn't put a fifth. I guess never mind.
Hey, it is what
I
it
had
is.
4.
Hey, it is what it is. My 5 through 1 in order was Vlad at 5, Kurtz at 4, Cal at 3. I had George Springer 2, and I had Judge obviously as the winner. I don't really think the winner there'd be much debate around the entire league, nor should there be. Um, but yeah, that was my top 5. I guess our top 4 was the same, just a slightly different order, I
I
guess.
guess I would have put Vlad at 5, him or Caminero at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah, one of those two. I was kind of going back and forth between those two, and then
yeah,
yeah, those are the guys. Um, how many guys did you do for AL comeback player of the year?
I did
You
3.
did 3. Okay. My top 3 from 3 to 1. It goes Trevor Story, Jacob DeGrom, and then George Springer. There were a few other guys
Yeah,
that I was considering too. I was actually considering Bo Bichette and Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers has been very up and down in his career. He's had injuries, and then this year he comes in and boom, he's the fucking guy, right? Bo Bichette obviously
yeah,
last year had like missed half the season. He looked like a shell of himself, and then he comes back and he's like, "Hey guys, remember when I was like a 4-win
yeah,
player like each of the last like 4 years? Remember that?"
yeah.
But they just missed out on there. But Trevor Story, listen, I want to give some love to my guy Trevor Story. That's been my guy for like 7 years, bro. Ever
Yeah.
since he was a Rocky, that's been my guy. Um, Absolute demon. Big bounce back here with the Red Sox. A 3-win player, easily like his best year since like 2019. Um, it's good to see him like actually playing well. Like it brings joy to my soul, even though he's on the Red Sox and we don't love that. But listen, this brings a lot of joy to my soul, seeing
Yeah.
him play well. But what do you got? What do you got for your
I both 3, DeGrom 2, and then Springer 1.
Springer one? Yeah.
I honestly like. I don't know. I think Springer for sure should have won it personally.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say like he got robbed or anything like that because like I
No,
do
but I
understand.
that definitely would have been who I'd bet money on
Oh,
if I had to.
absolutely, I would have too because it's like keep in mind where we were with Springer like 365 days ago, right? We were talking like yeah, like he looked like a cooked product 365 days ago, right? He looked
Yeah.
like a completely cooked product. Like he's getting older. He's dealt with injuries. Like he had the elbow surgery after 22, or I think it was elbow. Um, he's had some injuries or in his early years with the Jays, and then like he wasn't looking so great. Like the power, he looked like his power was just zapped, right?
Yeah.
And it's tough to get that back at age 35. And then he got it back at age 35 somehow, and was like a
Yeah.
top 5 hitter in the league or whatever, wherever he ranked.
Yeah.
WRC plus, like one of the best hitters in baseball this year, which is really weird. Because like it's kind of unprecedented. Okay, I shouldn't say unprecedented because like you see guys bounce back all the time, but like you would not expect someone like with all the things that I just mentioned, like the injuries, and he's getting older, and he already like kind of looks washed, cooked. You wouldn't expect him to all of a sudden be like an elite, one of the best hitters in the league. You just would not expect that. Um, so I think for him to be able to do that, I think that's huge. I do totally understand why DeGrom would win, and I am not even like 100% opposed to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he has had a stupid amount of injuries in the past couple of years.
Right.
So I more than understand why voters would look at that and they'd say, "Hey, look at that." Or actually, I think this is voted on by the players, actually, if I remember right. So not even voters. But in either case, like I can understand why someone would look at that and they'd go, "That's who I want as my guy." But I would personally go Springer because I think there's a lot more that stacks up for Springer. I think
It wasn't just because of injuries where DeGrom his thing was never a lack of skill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the things that I look at. You like it goes both ways a little bit, right? Because like DeGrom, obviously he had the more like major injuries that he was battling back from, right? Like it had Tommy John and all this, right? Springer hadn't had an injury nearly on that level, but he looked cooked. Like he looked so cooked. There really was never a question, I think, of if DeGrom's healthy, will he pitch well or will he what or will he not? I don't really think that was ever really a question with DeGrom, even when he's dealing with all these injuries and such. But even so, I would still lean Springer, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, that does it for our AL awards. So to cap off my winners, I have Judge for MVP, Skubal for Cy Young, Kurtz for Rookie of the Year, Chapman Reliever of the Year, Judge Hank Aaron Award, and Springer for Comeback Player of the Year. Okay. Are we ready to move on to the National League Major Awards?
Yeah.
All right. So, Ethan, give me your MVP ladder.
MVP for the National League. So, coming in at number 1, I'm going to go that way again. I had Shohei. I don't think that's, much.
Yeah, I don't really think that there's too much of a debate there. Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
2, I had Juan Soto.
Mm-hmm.
3, I had Kyle Schwarber. 4, I had Perdomo. I think, just an incredible year. He deserves his flowers for that. 5, I had Paul Skeens. Again, I value the pitching and being that good of a pitcher. Obviously, arguably the best pitcher in baseball, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Had to put him high. Did I say that was 4? Yeah, okay. I'm at 4. I didn't number that for some reason. I'm all over the place. Okay. 5, I had Tatis. 6, I had Corbin Carroll. 7, I had PCA. 8, I had Lindor. 9, I had Trey Turner. And 10, I had Christopher Sanchez.
Okay, this is fun. We have a very different ballot here. I'm gonna go from 10 up, like I always do. At number 10, I had Pete Crow Armstrong. Number 9, I had Christopher Sanchez. Number 8, I had Fernando Tatis Jr. Number 7, I had Francisco Lindor. Number 6, I had Paul Skeens. Number 5, I had Juan Soto. Number 4, I had Trey Turner. Number 3, I had Corbin Carroll. Number 2, I had Perdomo. Number 1, I had Shohei Ohtani. If anyone was attentive enough at listening, yes, that means I actually left Kyle Schwarber off my ballot.
Wow.
I didn't actually think I was going to do that at first. When I was going through, I was like, okay, yeah, like Ohtani won, like, yeah. I was like, do I agree with this? And I was like, actually, no, I actually really like Perdomo too. And I was like, fuck, I think Corbin Carroll should have been a lot higher. I think Trey Turner being 5, I think that's fair, but I moved him up a little bit. I had Soto 5. And as I'm going down and putting in these guys, I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, fuck. That leaves Schwarber off. And I'm thinking, okay, let me look at Schwarber. Let me look at these guys again. And I'm thinking, like, okay. I know PCA like wasn't great in the second half, but he's you still factor in the whole thing and the defense and all that, and that's just more value than what Kyle Schwarber gives you. And Sanchez, I'm like, oh fuck. So yeah, with all due respect to Schwarber, listen, no disrespect to Schwarber.
That's why I didn't put him number 2.
I love Schwarber. We all know this. We've had an episode where I was basically glazing Schwarber for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes it just is what it is. I am not going to be one of those guys that thinks that hitting just isn't like a valuable thing or whatever, right? Because obviously, like, it's extremely valuable, but there is a lot that goes into how valuable you are. And obviously, like, the two pitchers, it's a little tough to weigh those two together, I guess, compared to an offensive player. But when you weigh, the way I looked at it, it was between whether I was going to leave PCA off or if I was going to leave Schwarber off. And that sounds crazy to say now, considering I think low-key, like, if it was, we did this in the midseason, I don't know about you, PCA might have had my MVP vote.
100%. I mean, his defense was so good to the point where I still think he's up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't discredit that.
Absolutely. But it was like, you know what? I like the offense was still good enough overall for the year for PCA, plus the defense, plus the base running, and I was like, fuck, you know what? Sorry, Schwarber, you're my guy, but listen, it's stuff like that sometimes. It is what it is. Um, I had to give Perdomo some love, bro. Perdomo,
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic year. I don't want to say under the radar because I feel like it's obviously appreciated. Like he was fourth in MVP voting, but like, shout out, bro. Shout out to bro, man. Absolutely fucking deserved. Deserved finish up there. Yeah, man. Shout out, bro. Shout out, bro. All right, I guess we'll go over to Cy Young. I don't know how many players you did. I don't think they had a I don't think they had a full 10 even. When I was looking at voting, I think it only went down to 9th. I did a top 10, but whatever. So my 10 through 1: Ranger Suarez, Chris Sale, Jesus Luzardo, Nick Pivetta, Freddie Peralta, Zach Wheeler, Logan Webb, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Christopher Sanchez, and Paul Skeens. My top 4 remain the same. I moved Freddie Peralta down a spot. I moved Zach Wheeler up a good bit. He finished 9th in the actual voting. Even with the injury and like therefore lack of volume towards the end of the season, I still think that what he gave you was more valuable than like a lot of the other pitchers, and that's no disrespect to them. Wheeler was just that good. I had Chris Sale on here and I had Ranger Suarez on here. That means I knocked off Andrew Abbott, and obviously there's one more guy on my ballot than there would be on like the Cy Young voting if you go to like Baseball Reference or something like that. That's where I went for like a lot of the voting stuff to get like the actual finish. Unless I just misread it and there was a 10th that I just didn't see, but some of these guys need some of their flowers. As good as someone like Andrew Abbott is, I think that like a Sale or Suarez, they were just better. No disrespect. I mean, we've talked up Andrew Abbott on this pod before. We are enjoyers around here. We are not slammers, so it is what it is. But yeah, that was the big one for me. The big one on my ballot, I guess, is just moving Wheeler up so much. Other than that,
I mean, I only did top 5. Wheeler got heavy consideration, and if I would put him 5 or 6, but I left him off, so I would say 6 in this case. But I completely understand like why he would be picked there. For me, it was just the fact that I stay consistent. Like I didn't have Uvalde or Rogers, despite how good they were, because obviously I'm not saying Wheeler pitched that little, but it's like similar to Uvalde, where he's probably number 6. It's just I want to acknowledge the people who did end up finishing the season, just because.
True.
I weigh that a little more, but obviously Wheeler had a Cy Young caliber season. But I had Pivetta at 5. I had Freddie at 4. I had Yamamoto at 3, Sanchez at 2, and then Skeens at 1. So my top 3, I believe, was the same as the actual top 3.
Yeah, my top 4 was also it was the same as the actual like top 4 when I was looking at it. Part of me, I honestly wanted to move part of me actually wanted to move Logan Webb up, because I was like, shit, man, he's kind of nice. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I can do all that, but hey, it is what it is, though. It is what it is. So, okay, I guess I started there. Give me your Rookie of the Year ladder for the NL.
Rookie of the Year. So, again, there, I did 5. I had, at number 5, I had Isaac Collins. At 4, I had. Hold on, 1 sec. At 4, I had Matt Shaw. At 3, I had Caleb Durbin. At 2, I had Dalen Lyle, and at 1, I had Drake Baldwin.
Okay.
Dalen Lyle, obviously not the same volume, but what he did in terms of his, being able to, he kind of showed a bit of everything there offensively. He had a high average, relatively high on base. His OPS led to all rookies, I'm pretty sure, in the NL, like among those who were actually in the running for it. Like, I'm not including guys who didn't play, like, you know what I mean? Like a couple games, obviously. I didn't want to say qualified, but and Baldwin, I think, was very, heavily the favorite there. Wait, did I say Cade Horton?
I don't remember. Did you?
I should have if I didn't. Cade Horton would be 2, and then Lyle. Okay, let me redo that then, because I must have forgotten him on my list. Whoops. So it would be so yeah, I'd move Shaw down. I'd move I'll move Shaw down. Go Collins, Durbin, Lyle, Horton, then Baldwin. That's
Okay,
what I'll
okay.
say.
My ladder for Rookie of the Year, excuse me, for Rookie of the Year, so 5 through 1, I had Chad Patrick 5, Isaac Collins 4, Cade Horton 3, Caleb Durbin 2, and then Drake Baldwin 1. For me, Drake Baldwin 1, like, there wasn't really much question about it in my mind. Caleb Durbin and Cade Horton, I just flipped them. I just liked Caleb Durbin's production a little bit more. A little bit like the volume, too. Isaac Collins, obviously, you know, it is what it is. Chad Patrick, I think, should have gotten a little more consideration. I just like what he gave you. A little bit more over Lyle, but yeah, I just realized I have a lot of Brewers here. I didn't realize that, but hey, sometimes that's just how it be. Yeah, I think Chad Patrick should have got some consideration from the balloters over there. With all due respect to Lyle, I just, I wonder if Patrick would have been like a 6 or something, but I don't know. I'd liked him enough to put him on there, so yeah, I guess we'll go into reliever of the year. I guess I'll start here. So I don't know if you did 3 or if you did 5 or whatever. I did 5, so my 5 through 1 goes in this order. It goes Jason Adam, Adrian Morejon, Randy Rodriguez, Abner Uribe, and Edwin Diaz as the 1. So same winner, but that was my next couple of guys. So
that valid.
Crazy that the number 1 might be on a different team next season. Listen, if you want to come north of the border, we'll have you. We'll welcome you.
Yeah, we'll open you.
We will welcome you, big dog.
Yeah. So at 5, I had Randy Rodriguez. At 4, I had Jason Adam.
Okay.
At 3, I had Abner Uribe. At 2, I had Monahan, and at 1, I had Diaz.
Okay. Some good picks. There were some guys that I was looking at and I was like, oh fuck. Like I wanted to put Tyler Rogers on there. I really wanted to put like Matt Swanson of the Cardinals on there because he was also like ridiculous. I want to put Brad Keller on there. I was like, oh fuck.
Dude, I still can't believe who we traded him for.
Listen. We don't gotta do all that.
Yeah. Paul fucking DeYoung, dude.
We don't have. Listen. Relax. Don't remind me of that. Don't remind me of that. All right. What was your? Oh fucking hell, man. What do you have your Hank Aaron voting?
Yeah. So hold on one sec. For the Hank Aaron, I again there did top 5. At 5 I had Will Smith. At 4 I had Acuna. At 3 I had Soto. At 2 I had Schwarber, and 1 Ohtani.
All right. So my top 5, a little bit different than yours. I had Ketel Marte at 5. I had Pete Alonso 4.
Valid.
Schwarber 3. Soto 2, and then Ohtani 1. You had Acuna in there, eh?
Yeah, I mean, he's just what he was doing. It's one of those things where he didn't play as much, but it's just he's so good. If you look at his WRC plus, obviously it ranks I think 2nd in the National League. I felt like even with the limited time, it was still enough to get the recognition, just because it's of how impressive the numbers are. If they were anything less, like if he had put them like around top 5, like around 4, 5, 6, I would argue that you could put someone else there. But it's just he was so dominant when he played that maybe 2 was pushing it, but or wherever I put him, or no, I put him at 4, not 2, but. I said he was 2nd in yeah, you get what I'm saying. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
But it's just what he was able to do. He had 20 home runs and 400 plate appearances. 161 WRC plus, on base well above 400, which is, would be first among any player that had 300, like in the NL, that had over 300 plate appearances. His numbers are just undeniably good. So
no, valid. I wasn't expecting it because of the volume,
yeah.
but hey, I fucks with it. All right. So I guess that leaves just comeback player of the year for the NL. So give me your top guys here. Give me your top guys.
Okay, so for comeback player of the year, I had Robbie Ray at 3. I think I had the same one as you. I like in terms of players, Robbie Ray at 3, Verlander at 2, and then I had Acuna winning it. And I mean, same reason that I just gave for him being funny that the comeback player of the year is a guy who played like not
played like half a year,
but it's just, again, how good he was. It's kind of undeniable.
He was like that. Like there's no taking away just how like just how good he was. Like he he just was like that. Like it's hard to, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to just keep repeating myself, but he just simply was like that. Like he was that good. So I mean, it's very easy to sit there and be like, yeah, you know what, like that's the guy. My guys. So yeah, I had the same crop of players of you. I think I just had the order slightly swapped between 2 and 3. We have the same winners. We have Acuna. My 3 was Justin Verlander. My 2 was Robbie Ray, and obviously my winner was Acuna. I think you had Ray and Verlander switched. I think.
Yes, I did.
But yeah, man, shout out these guys. Verlander looked absolutely fried last season, and he looked fried at the start of the year, and then he was a demon in the second half. Shout out to him. Not to mention like pushing Unk status. Well, I don't even know if I'd say pushing at this point, with all due respect. Robbie Ray was another guy that he looked kind of fried as well. Remember when Seattle like completely just traded him, and it was like, holy fuck, they got off the Robbie Ray contract. Oh my god, what? How good is that for Seattle? And then he comes in San Francisco, and he's just. At first, it wasn't looking too pretty, but now it's like, hold on a minute, right? They got it. They absolutely got it. So, shout out to those guys, man. Shout out to those guys. Obviously, and Acuna, shout out to him. Absolute demon. After coming back.
Yeah.
In like May, I think was when he originally came back from his injury. So, shout out to that man right there. Absolute guy. Absolute man. I guess I will start off our Gold Glove. So we're going to start off in the AL, as we have been with the rest of our awards. So, we didn't necessarily... So, I don't know about you. We didn't really do like a ladder, like a 1, 2, 3. Or at least that's not how I did mine. I kind of just had a winner. I had a winner, and then I had like the 2 finalists that I would have done.
Oh, I just did a winner for that.
No, that's fine. So yeah, that's how we did that. We didn't do like a ladder like for the other ones, but I mean, is what it is, I guess. So for catcher, I had Kirk as my winner. I think he was kind of robbed, TBH. And then my finalists were Carlos Narvaez and Dylan Dingler. We already talked about Dingler a little bit when I talked about Rookie of the Year stuff. Carlos Narvaez is also really good. I have a really hard time believing it should have been anyone other than Kirk. I'll be so for real with you. Listen, man. The best framer in the AL, and it was kind of by a good shot, too. If you want to go by... fielding run value, he was first in the AL. He was almost double the next AL catcher. Like, it's kind of crazy. I really don't understand. He was the best blocking catcher. Like, I don't know, man. Best blocker, best framer, best overall defensive catcher by a solid margin. Yeah, I don't really understand how it was anyone other than him. But, hey, I'm not the one who votes on the awards, I guess. So, it is what it is. So tell me, who was your winner?
So, wait, did you for catcher? I mean, Kirk was my catcher as well. I think that was pretty.
Yeah,
a pretty easy choice that they missed out on.
Yeah,
so
I'll be listen, a lot of the time I can like usually like if I don't agree with an award, like I can see like yeah, like you know what, that choice makes sense. I don't get it. This one I don't get.
Yeah.
I really don't get. I didn't really care too much when I saw the Gold Glove stuff because you know other things had happened around that time. So I was like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. But oh, that's kind of a robbery. With all due respect to the other guys, that is an absolute kind of a sham. With all due respect.
Yeah.
Ethan, give me your first baseman.
First baseman, I had the guy who won it, Ty France. His numbers were undeniable. Yep. He was the best defensive first baseman in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a valid pick there.
Yeah. I had Ty France my winner as well. I don't really think it was particularly close either. And then I had two other finalists as well. I had Cody Clemens and Christian Walker. They were both also very good. Ty France was also he was the winner in real life, obviously. So yeah, shout out to those guys. You know, I'm gonna say a thing really quick, and this has nothing to do with like the actual award winning itself. Isn't it hilarious that they traded for Ty France mid-season, and then like pretty much every time they played him, it was at DH?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? With all due respect, like what? That was weird. That was really fucking weird.
It was.
I don't get it, but hey, you know it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think I had seen it in a tweet recently, and I was like, yeah, that's weird. Doesn't really make much sense. Anyways, yeah. I'll go second base. So I had my two finalists, other than the winner, were Marcus Semien and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Obviously, Semien was the winner, which means I have a different winner, and that winner was Andres Jimenez. Now, I can
That's who I had as well.
I do, like, he had better defensive metrics despite missing time. I don't remember what the qualifications for Gold Glove are. I don't know if he missed out on being, like, I don't know if he missed out on, like, the innings requirement or something. I don't remember what the number is, because he did miss a decent chunk of time with injury this season. That's probably why he didn't get it, because, to be honest, like, his defensive metrics, even with the injury, were, like, a good bit better than, like, everybody else. That's who I gave it to. Again, I don't know about you. I don't remember the innings qualification, what it is. So I didn't really take it much into account.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like there's no taking away from, like, how good Semien was. I just think that Jimenez was just better. So, I mean, yeah, that's where I got with that. And then I guess you said you had Semien as well, right?
No, I had Jimenez.
Or you had Jimenez. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Semien. Yeah, that's where I go with that. All right, give me your third baseman.
For third base for the Gold Glove in the American League, I had Maikel Garcia.
I also had Maikel Garcia as my Gold Glove third baseman. My two finalists there were Ernie Clement and Jose Ramirez. Clements. Yeah. You know what I'm realizing right now? I got to this point. I've realized I forgot to put utility Gold Glove.
Put utility. I put my utility pick.
I kind of forgot about it. Although to be honest, it's not hard for me.
Can I guess why you're mentioning it?
Why?
You realize that Ernie would be yours?
No, actually, I still would have had Dubon as my utility, probably. I just kind of I just looked at it.
It was between Ernie and Dubon for me.
What? No, I just read that. I just got here. I read Ernie's name again, and I was like, fair. Oh yeah, that's right. He was a finalist for utility as well.
Yeah.
I just forgot to put it on here. I'll spoil utility. I would have had Dubon again anyway. So, who would have been my finalist? Probably Ernie again, and then someone else. I don't know. But whatever. Well, shit. Oh well. It is what it is. But yeah. I think that says a lot about Ernie, that he was a Gold Glove finalist at two different positions. Like, he was just that good. Shout out, bro. All right, we'll go to shortstop now. This one's easy. Bobby Witt Jr. is the winner. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
My other finalists were Jeremy Pena and Colson Montgomery. I don't really think we need to have much discussion about this. We've talked we talked about Bobby Witt Jr. during the MVP portion of it. It was his award, and it really wasn't close. He was like damn near 3 times as good as the next defensive shortstop in the AL. I don't really think there's much to say there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm pretty sure I already said this, but my other finalists were Jeremy Pena and Colson Montgomery. Shout out to those guys. You are not Bobby Witt Jr. With all due respect.
Yes.
With all due respect, brothers, you're not him. Give me your left field, guys.
Left field, I had Stephen Kwan winning.
Yes, I also had Kwan winning. My other two finalists there were Cody Bellinger and Wyatt Langford. Those were my guys there. So shout out to those guys right there. Shout out to those guys.
Also, I just want to point out quickly, because we didn't do a team one, I don't know how the Rangers beat the Blue Jays out.
The Rangers were like not even a top 3 team in the AL. You know what?
Like there was, I think it was them that tweeted out, it's like, oh, the best defensive team ever.
No,
they weren't even the best defensive team in their own division this year.
They were not. They were not. I remember looking at it, and I mean,
The
you had
Astros
sent me.
were better.
Yeah, like we had looked, like there was the defensive value, like they were like 5th, I think, in the AL. Toronto was better. I think Boston was better too. Houston. There was another team that was better, I think. Probably Detroit. I don't know. I don't really know how the Rangers won it in TVH. I mean, shout out to them. Like, who wins or doesn't win Gold Glove isn't really like the most concerning thing to me of all things.
No.
But again, I don't. I like, I'll be like, yeah, I'll agree. I don't really understand how he didn't win, but it is what it is, I guess. You know, it be what it be. It be what it be. Yeah. Anyways, we'll go center field. We will go center field. You gave your left field first, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll go center field first. Pretty easy winner, Ceddanne Rafaela. I think that's a pretty easy one. My other two finalists were Denzel Clark and Kyle Isbell. So
I love Denzel Clark. What a guy.
Shout out to those guys. Do you want to hear something absolutely ridiculous?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's like a distant cousin. But Denzel Clark...
He's cousins with the Nailers.
Oh, that's not even what I was going to say. I know a cousin of his.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's like a distant cousin, I think. Like, distant enough that like you wouldn't know the guy.
Oh, but genuinely, yeah, he is cousins with Josh, Bo, and Miles.
Oh, I didn't even...
And I'm pretty sure there was an interview or whatever where he basically said that, like, he got his, like, love and, everything of baseball from the cousins. Like, they introduced it to him, basically.
Shout out to those guys, bro. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Really
boys.
cool. Canada's going to be fun this year in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, Canada will be absolutely fun. Abs-fucking-lutely, it will be fun. But yeah,
Plus a Cy Young finalist at they're not finalist, but a guy who finished high up in the voting.
He was up there.
Will be on the mound, which is fun.
That is gonna be fun. He was up there. But yeah, shout out to all those brothers right there. All right. So you had, I guess you had Rafaela winning too in center field, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Not a very difficult one.
I don't think right field is difficult either.
Yeah, it's Wilyer Abreu, and I don't really think that there's too much to say on that one. And my other finalists, it was Aaron Judge, and our boy Nathan Lucas deserves some fucking love over there too. There's actually a lot of guys.
Game 6 and 7, he the term "my boy" is on hold. You
All
right. That again.
All right. Sure, but he definitely deserved to be in consideration. There's a lot of guys actually who could have been like in consideration for this, like not for the win because like Wilyer Abreu was head and shoulders above everyone else, but there was like probably 4 guys who you could put right after him and you could swap all of them. Like I had to go look at a bunch of things. I was like, okay, Judge and Lucas, and then I was like, fuck, like this guy and this guy. I was like, it was a little rough. It was a little tough right there, but it was an interesting one. Yeah, like we kind of said, I forgot utility Gold Glove, so I mean it is what it is, I guess. But my thing wouldn't have changed. I do remember looking at it right after the voting got announced, and again, I would not have changed it from who actually won, and that was Mauricio Dubon. Would you have changed? your pick, or would you have stayed Dubon, or would you have gone Ernie?
Well, I said Ernie, but
You said
it
Ernie.
might have been a little biased. Yeah.
Yeah, be what it be. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Here and there, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of bias. Never hurt nobody. Never hurt nobody.
True.
All right, for pitcher, I actually am once again. I'm staying with the real life pick, Max Fried. What about you? My other finalists also, it was DeGrom and Severino. I don't actually remember who the other finalists were in real life, but those were my guys.
I went with the guy who led in fielding run value in the American League for pitchers, and I said Kevin Gausman.
Hey, shout out to bro, man. Shout out to bro. Shout out my absolute guy, my boy, your boy, our boy, everyone's boy, Kevin Gausman.
He is, yeah.
Absolute dog right there. Hey, man. Respects to the guy. All right, Ethan. Start us off. National League, Gold Gloves. We're starting a catcher. We're starting behind the dish. I feel like the winner is going to be pretty obvious here.
A lot of these are pretty obvious. I mean, Patrick Bailey. Is there really anything to say there?
There is not anything to say. He's the best defensive catcher in baseball, and it is not close either. Like we talked about, like how good. Like
I don't know how Cal Raleigh won platinum glove, but he didn't. I get they're different leagues, but it's just the fact that if you're gonna give it to a catcher, which means that the voters don't have no problem giving it to a catcher. Well, how does the guy who's the best at it not get it in the other league?
Yeah, this is correct.
When his numbers were better.
This is correct. This is very true. Yeah, I have a really hard time, like, even entertaining anyone else. Like, you know, we can have like other finalists and stuff. It's crazy how good Patrick Bailey is, like, defensively. Like, we talked about how good like Alejandro Kirk is defensively. Patrick Bailey's like leagues ahead of him. Like,
yes.
Which says something. Like, to put into perspective how good Patrick Bailey's defense is, this season he had a 70 WRC plus. He was still a 3-win player just off his defense. He was that good behind the dish. He is the best framing catcher in baseball. It's not close. Catcher framing runs, according to Savant, he was had 25. That was 9 ahead of second place. That was Kirk at 16. Like, it genuinely just wasn't close. Yeah, man. Shout out to that man. There's not really much we can say on Patrick Bailey that hasn't already been said, because he is just that fucking good. Shout out to that man. First base. I don't know about you. I feel like we probably have the same thing here. I have Matt Olson as my winner. My other finalists were Wilson Contreras and Carlos Santana. Not really much to say there. Did you also have Olson?
Yeah, I had Olson.
It was Olson, yeah. Again, that's another one where I don't really think that there's too much to say. He's kind of had that for a little bit, so, you know, give it to him. Give me second base. Who do you got second base? I have another one where I feel like it's really obvious, but we'll hear it.
I had Nico.
Nico.
And I'm not talking you.
You're not talking is here. We're not. Yeah, Nico Horner. That one's another easy one. That was my winner as well. My other finalists there were Xavier Edwards and a man whose name will not be uttered for a certain amount of time on this podcast. I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about.
If I could.
We will not be uttering his name, but he is my other finalist for fear of existential crisis / mental breakdown / something of the sort. We will not be doing all that. So, sorry, bro, but not happening. Not on my podcast. Not on our podcast.
Player to be named later.
To be named later. That is how we are going to run that one. So, yeah, not a thing I'm trying to go through again. But yeah, shout out Nico Horner, bro. That's absolute dog right there. Absolute fucking dog.
Very underrated player.
He is very underrated. He's like a top tier second baseman in all of baseball, and I feel like the recognition that he gets versus how like he actually produced isn't like quite on the same level where like it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it should be a lot closer than it actually is. But I mean, hey, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, I guess. Anyways, now going over to third base. I'm sure you can guess who the winner is. I'm sure we have the same winner again. I have Brian Hayes as my winner. My other finalists, I had Matt Chapman and I had Jared Triolo, actually, of the Pirates. He's actually good defender, pretty good defender over there. Him and Chapman are actually tied in fielding run value, second among third basemen in the NL. Wanted to give a quick shout out to that guy really quick because don't really think that's a guy that gets too much recognition for his ability on the daily. So just wanted to give a shout out to that man. Ethan, who was your winner? It's a very tough guess.
I had Mark Vienta, imagine.
Oh boy, big one. All right.
Yeah, obviously Key Bryant.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it's not really a discussion. Like, he's debatably the best defensive infielder in all of baseball. Like, he's up there at the absolute bare minimum. He is just genuinely just that good. So, again, there isn't really much to say. And honestly, I think that... Okay, I just want to say something before we say shortstop. Shortstop is stacked this year.
Yeah.
Like, some of the guys that were left off of, like, my finalists was kind of insane. So my winner was Mason Wynn.
That's what I had as well.
My other finalists were Nick Allen, which is really funny because now he's not in the NL, and then Trey Turner.
With Dubon and Allen both, or like you did, both in the top three and stuff. Obviously, Dubon winning the utility.
Yeah, and then
it's funny how that that trade's just funnier when you think about it. Like that.
It is funnier.
Like the same player.
Yeah, now that we've gotten here, I think that's actually kind of fucking hilarious. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to some other guys who almost made my cut but didn't. Xander Bogaerts, for some reason, is just like a good defensive shortstop now. 8 outs above average. Mookie Betts is a really good defensive shortstop. He didn't make my cut. Like, shortstop is kind of stacked. Willie Adames had another really good year, and he just, unfortunate casualty of, 2 finalists and a winner.
Oh, yeah. Also,
make it.
Speaking of the shortstop position, we didn't talk. I didn't bring this up because I forgot to.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the rumors of a certain shortstop that could get moved?
A certain left-handed hitter on a big contract, perhaps?
Yeah, that's huge. Corey
I
Seager,
did hear that actually. It's been very light stuff. It's just been like, oh, they're open to trading him because apparently they want to shed payroll. Okay, well, yeah. I guess we'll deviate from the award stuff and talk about that really quick. That's fucking weird. Because, like,
yeah,
they kind of showed us at the deadline that, like, they still want to go for it. Like, they got Merrill Kelly. I don't remember what else they did at the deadline. I remember that. But not even just that. They barely missed the playoffs. Right?
Yeah.
Like, they missed it by what? Like, a couple games? Like,
yeah.
I don't really...
Clearly they want to build off it, but at the same time, it looks like maybe not.
I have a hard time. They ended up missing by 6 games, but they also had like a really awful like last like 10 to 15 games of the year.
Yeah.
Before that, they were like
in it
they were right there, like within like a game or two until like the last like week of the season, week and a half, whatever. They were right fucking there, and it's like they don't really need to shed payroll. They just kind of need to add offense because like they have a ridiculously good pitching staff. Like. If they let's say they brought back Merrill Kelly and they added like another, let's say 120 numbers plus bat, you kind of like how they look for 26, but interesting. I don't know if it'll go anywhere because again, like, I mean, we talked about last episode. I personally believe that like 99% of the league, any front office should listen to offers and should be like, all right, what do you got for me? But like, what do you like? I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it'd be so hard to get back into contention if you traded Seager, unless you're going to reinvest that money. But if you're looking to shed payroll, you're not going to reinvest the money. You just want the payroll to be down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know, man.
Like if it was like they want to move on, get someone younger, maybe whatever, I'd say sure. But it's like, it's just puzzling, kind of.
It's a really weird thing. It's a really weird thing, and I when I saw it, I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't really think it makes much sense for them, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, who do you got in left field for your Gold Gloves over here?
Sorry, say it again.
For left field, who are your Gold Glovers in the National League?
Left field. Hold on. For left field, I had. Sorry, I have to get back to it. I was just putting something on my what's it called, on my monitor.
Are you good?
For left field, uh, this one was a hard one. Hold on. For some reason, it's glitching. I just remember it was hard to do left field because I remember I had a couple guys there because the left field position was kind of weak on its own.
Mm-hmm. There's also a lot of guys where they have like kind of conflicting metrics. Like if I go to if I want to go to like Isaac Collins, right? His left field metrics show in like -1 defensive run save, but he's +5 outs above average. There's a lot of guys with kind of conflicting metrics like that.
I just went Isaac Collins there because he had the highest outs above average among left fielders. I'm pretty sure, like primary left fielders.
Yeah.
That one was weird because I know like in real life they just do it like based off outfield. So obviously, if we were just doing 3 outfielders, my answer would have been different. But the left field position was not very great defensively as a whole around the league.
Well, no, for the Gold Glove they do left, center, right. It's a Silver Sluggers where they do. It's Silver Slugger. It's Silver Slugger where they do all 3, or just like outfield. For the Gold Gloves,
So then who won it in reality?
In real life, let me scroll down. I think was it Ian Happ? It was Ian Happ.
Oh,
It was Ian Happ. That's who it was.
I thought they did it like that.
That was my winner too. I had Isaac Collins and Brandon Nimmo as my other guys. Shout out Brandon Nimmo. Shout out Brandon Nimmo. If a certain someone is listening, shout out to you as well, Short King. I hope you are able to open the fridge tonight. You might have to jump up the chair, but
okay.
Listen. Hey, you gotta be able to. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I had Ian Happ as my winner, same as real life. I actually think most of my NL ones have just been the real life selections. I think it's really funny. But yeah, do we have to talk about the center field winner? Because I feel like it's pretty obvious who it is.
PCA.
It's PCA. I don't really think that there's much to discuss with him and all that. Like, it's pretty obvious. He is just kind of that guy. You can have questions about the bat, whatever. There's no questions with that boy's glove. He is insane with the glove. One of the best defensive outfielders in the league. You said he was your winner too, right?
Tatis?
No,
right
PCA. No, I'm
PCA,
still.
yeah. I thought you were moving on to right field.
I was gonna say I'm still glazing.
Yeah,
I'm still glazing
PCA.
PCA over here, bro.
PCA.
I'm still glazing. I'm still glazing over here.
Yeah, PCA is an obvious one there.
Yeah, absolutely. Some other guys. These were my other 2 finalists. I had Jacob Young of the Nationals. I had Victor Scott of the Cardinals. Shout out those guys. Those guys are also incredibly good. Right field. Who do you got?
There I had Tatis.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's where Tatis is.
Yeah.
No center field. He ain't playing no center no more. Yeah, no. Tatis is great. Tatis is incredible. You know what's crazy is I remember when they moved him to the outfield and I was like, oh, I don't really know if that's gonna work out for them. And then it kind of just did perfectly.
Yeah, it's working out, Mr. Platinum Glove.
Yeah. So he was also my my winner. I had Corbin Carroll as one of my finalists, and then I had Sal Frelick up there as well. So those were my guys. Who did you have for the pitchers? Who'd you have?
For the pitchers, the winner I had for that was it was Freddie Peralta.
Okay.
It was between. I actually had 2 for that one. I know I had 1 for everyone else, but it's just going back and forth between him and Sandy, just because. Again, it's just the different metrics. Sandy had the outs above average advantage, but Freddie had the actual field and run value advantage. So I kind of just went 50. I was 50-50, so I just kind of chose Freddie there for that one.
No, that's valid. That's valid. I actually say the same as the real life one. I went Logan Webb. He was the
That's valid.
leader in defensive runs saved amongst pitchers. Those two I went with, and then some of the guys I was looking at. I was looking at those two as well. I was looking at Matt Boyd. I was looking at David Peterson. So there was a handful of guys. There was a handful of guys there.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to move on to the Silver Sluggers.
Oh.
All right. So I guess I will start us off. So we're going back all the way to the American League. A long, long time ago since we talked about them, right? Anyways, Silver Slugger, AL catcher. Very hard one, I know. It's Kyle Raleigh. There is not much of a discussion in that one.
Oh, we had different ones. I had Danny Jansen.
Oh, Danny Jansen, the boy over there, huh?
Yeah. I mean, obviously Kyle Raleigh. I mean, arguably the best season ever from a catcher offensively.
Oh, yes. Probably a top 5 season ever from a catcher, period.
Yeah.
You can, you want to debate, you go top 3, whatever, and say what you want there. My other finalists there were Alejandro Kirk and Shea Langeliers. Maybe if Ben Rice actually played catcher, he would have been a finalist too, but unfortunately he didn't. But yeah, those are my 2 other guys. Raleigh was your winner too, obviously, and I don't really think that there's honestly much discussion surrounding that one. First base, I also don't think there's much discussion surrounding this one either, but tell me, who'd you have first base?
First base, I had Mr. Kurtz.
Yeah, that one wasn't particularly close. He was absolutely stupid. He was my winner as well. My other finalists were Vlad and Ben Rice. But yeah, shout out to Kurtz, man. Feel like the glaze is never ending, but I don't care. I do not care. He will be getting glaze as long as he is worthy of getting glaze. So he's just that good at baseball. Yeah. Second base, I had Jorge Polanco, and then my other finalists were Brandon Lau.
That's who I had as well.
And Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, I had Polanco.
Shout out to Jorge Polanco. Where will he go with this offseason? Who knows?
Pirates per sources.
Per sources. What sources are we looking at, huh? Are we looking at
the voices in my head?
The voice in your head? All right. Hey.
Word to Randy Orton, I have voices in my head.
Ain't nothing wrong. Word to Randy Orton, I just realized that.
I have voices in my... Yeah.
Yeah, this one, I guess we both deviated because Jazz was the winner in real life. But, I mean, it's not like he's that far behind Polanco.
No, obviously not.
It's a 6 WRC plus point difference. It's not that far off, but I went Polanco obviously, and I guess you did too.
Yeah.
So tell me, while we're at it, who do you got third base in the AL?
Third base in the AL, I had J-Ram.
Yeah, I feel like this is another. It's a kind of an easy one, although Caminero was really close as well.
Yes.
I also had J Ram. My other finalists were Junior and also Alex Bregman. Those were my guys there. I do want to give another shout out really quick to Michael Garcia. He was just barely left off for Bregman. There is a good bit of volume difference, but I just like what Bregman did a little bit better.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. Bregman, future Met per sources. Do not ask me where these sources are. Do not ask me where they came from. You will not be hearing. All right. Let's go to shortstop. So.
I went with the man of the hour.
Man of the hour. Who?
Corey Seager.
Corey Seager. You know what? Absolutely fucking valid. You know what I realized I did when I was doing mine?
What did you do?
So I didn't realize that I didn't qualify for the leaderboards. So I actually didn't even tone down the PA stuff to look at it enough. But okay. I actually don't remember what his WRC plus was for the season. So I kind of forgot about Corey Seager, I'm not gonna lie. So my finalists were actually Bobby Witt Jr. and Jeremy Pena, right? I went Bo Bichette as my winner.
I mean, but look, obviously his average, like we said, well above 300.
Oh, never mind. I thought Corey Seager's already supposed to be a lot higher than it was. Never mind. I still stick with what I stood on. Never mind.
Oh no, I mean yeah, like I don't think for me it was between Seager and Witt, but I went with Seager. Just I don't know. Personally I liked his stats and his metrics and stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no, honestly, if I'm looking at this, I think I still would have went the same thing. Like, the three, like, Pena, Bichette, Witt, and I guess Seager, too, like, they were all really close in offensive production. Between the four, there's an 8-point, like, WRC plus, like, spread.
Yeah.
Witt's at 130 at the lowest, Seager's at 138 the highest. I probably would have left Seager off just because of the volume. I went with Bichette over, really, it was between him and Pena for the top spot. I just, like, it's a 1 WRC plus point difference between Bichette and Pena, so I decided to give it to Bichette because it's an extra, like, 80 point, or 80 plate appearance sample size there, so I was like, fuck it.
I'm not giving it to Bo. It's lowering his value, so he's the Blue Jay for cheaper. Yep,
yes, you're right. It's not Bo. It's actually Witt. It's Witt. It's Witt.
I guarantee you they're listening to our podcast, and that's how they're determining how much money he's worth.
Yes. Yes. So. Listen, whoever is there, whoever's listening, if you are a front office executive, if you're whoever, he's actually not very good. He's actually very bad at baseball. You should not give him any money. So
Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro and Ed Rogers, if you're listening, give him money.
Yes, you should, because
just because he, it's a familiar face.
It's a
fans
familiar,
like him. I
yeah,
guess.
you don't want to shake it up. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you don't want to shake it up or anything like that. You know, you just can't do that. So you gotta stick with your boy. You gotta stick with your boy. Anyways. So, we'll go to our outfield ones. I kind of formatted the outfield ones weird, because I just took the formatting for the Gold Glove, but it is what it is. So, my outfield winners were Aaron Judge, Byron Buxton, and Trent Grisham. Shout out Trent Grisham, bro. I didn't give it to Riley Green. I just think that Trent Grisham was just better. Like, simply put, I think it was a good bit better, too.
I did something funny.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear this one. I will say my other finalists. So I went with a couple other finalists too. I went with two guys below those guys. It was Julio, and then I actually went Bellinger as well. Those were my other finalists. So below those guys. Let's hear it.
Do you have an idea of what I did?
No, I do not. Let's hear it.
All right, so I counted somebody as an outfielder here. So Judge, Buxton. And do you know who the other one is?
Who is it?
Buxton is actually a bit of a crazy one, but like...
Buxton's not a crazy one, no.
Well, not crazy, but like, in terms of other guys I could have put, like... It'll make more sense when I say it. I put Springer as an outfielder.
Okay, that's not like... I was kidding. That's like a funny one. I thought you were going to say like...
Right.
I thought...
Because of my DH one.
Oh, wait, I can't.
You know who I put for DH?
Who'd you put for DH?
Giancarlo Stanton.
Woo! Wait a minute.
He didn't play much, but he hit 24 bombs in 280 plate appearances with a 158 WRC plus. I couldn't justify putting, many other guys ahead of him. That's the thing.
You know what? I see it. You know what I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to...
What?
I thought you were going to say, like, Tyler Soderstrom was your outfield pick, which, actually, he played a lot more in the outfield than I thought he did.
Who?
Tyler Soderstrom. I thought that's who you were going to say your funny one. Yeah, which, I looked at it, and he actually played a lot more in the outfield than I thought he did, but...
Yeah.
Hey.
But no, I decided, let's go for the guy that did a lot, even though it was a small sample size.
Hey, respects. Shit. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that. Springer was my DH winner. I'm sure you could have guessed.
Yeah.
My runners-up behind him were Stanton and Yandy Diaz, actually. So,
I thought, why not have a little fun with it, right?
Hey, why not? I mean, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but you know what? Respects. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And now we go to the National League.
We go to the National League. So for catcher, I feel like this one's really easy. It's Will Smith.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
not the pitcher, not the actor, not the hockey player, but
there's a hockey player named Will Smith.
Yes, he plays for San Jose.
Damn, I didn't know that. Shout out to
He's actually good.
shout out
Very
to
young, but good.
shout out to Will Smith, the hockey player. What team do you say he plays for?
The San Jose Sharks.
San Jose Sharks. Shout out to bro. Shout out to bro. All right, so yeah, National League, Will Smith catcher, not a very tough pick there. My other finalists were Drake Baldwin and Hunter Goodman. I do want to give a little shout out to Carson Kelly. Shout out to him. He probably would have been up there if he was first half.
Streaky, yeah.
Yeah, just a bit. Wasn't quite the same in the second half. For me to keep him in there, but
yeah.
You know.
Funnily enough, I actually have a Will Smith the pitcher. I have a T-shirt of his from the 2019 All-Star Game because Fanatics had
what?
Okay, Fanatics had an insane sale one day, like 4 years ago or something.
Okay.
Where like I don't know if it was a glitch or what, or it was just clearance. I paid $4 for it. I just went on the site. I got a couple things. I got a Jordan T-shirt for $4.
Yo, did you say $4?
Yes.
Yo.
I got like a couple like track like jackets, like kind of windbreakers for like the Leafs for like $15 or something. I got a couple hats for like $5. Like it was an insane sale.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, so I figured $4. Why not, right?
Dude, that's insane. What?
It's such a random shirt. Like that has to be the most random T-shirt I have, like an athlete. 100%.
That's kind of mad. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know.
Wow.
Like, what are you doing if you go out in public and you see someone wearing that? You're like, what the fuck?
Listen, at that point you just gotta tip your cap, bro. You gotta tip the cap.
Yeah.
That's wow. I would not expect that of all things you have in your closet, you'd have a Will Smith the pitcher T-shirt from the 2019 All-Star Game. Wait, you gotta send me a picture of that after. I didn't even know.
I will.
I didn't even know that shit existed. Damn. Sorry, I'm flustered. I just was not ready for that.
Here, I'll
I wasn't ready for that. Wait, I gotta see a picture of this.
Let me find one.
Will Smith pitcher T-shirt. What a guy, bro. What a man.
One sec.
Shout out to the bro.
There, I sent it in the chat.
All right, let me see this. Oh, damn. Damn, okay. Yeah. Hey, we fucks with it. We absolutely fucks with it. So, W shirts. Fuck, where the hell were we? Oh yeah, first base. Okay, so tell me, who's your first baseman for the winner?
First baseman, back to this. After our funny break, I had Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso?
Peter.
Yeah, big meter Peter. That was my guy as well. I had Michael Busch and Freddie Freeman just behind him.
I think if he ever plays for the Blue Jays, his nickname would be Big Meter Peter because the metric system.
Oh wait, hold on. His writing is fire.
Just like how people call mile straw kilometer straw.
Wait. You're cooking. You're cooking. You're frying right now.
Now I want to get him.
Now we kind of need
That's the only reason why. Well, not also because he's good, but
Ross the boss, get it done.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So my other guys, they were Michael Busch, Freddie Freeman. We'll go to second base now. I could tell Marte is my winner. My other two finalists were Bryce Terang and Brendan Donovan. Again, I guess not much to discuss there. Third base. What you got for me?
Okay. I want to know who you put first.
I put Machado, and then my other guys were Chapman and Muncy.
I went a little bit crazy here.
Gino?
Yeah.
Woo! I rocked with it.
If you look at the numbers, if you look at his numbers strictly the NL when he was with Arizona,
he was the best third base. He was the best. He was. He was.
That's how I see it. It's the NL award, so
True.
I'm judging based off what he did in the NL.
True. You know what? I understand it. I understand it. Yeah, I fuck with it. I fuck with that. I get that. I get that. I asked about Machado. I mean, he was a guy who won in real
Yeah,
life,
it's
obviously,
valid.
but he was a 123 WRC plus hitter for the year. He also has had the volume that National League Gino didn't have, I guess, if you want to say it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know what? If we want to get crazy, I fuck with the Gino pick. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Getting a little fun here. Shortstop, I had Perdomo was my winner. You
Yes,
know,
so did I.
duh. I had Lindor and Trey Turner as my other, excuse me, as my finalists there. So shout out to those guys there. Give me your 3 outfield picks.
I had Acuna because again I was very high on him throughout everything as you saw.
Mm-hmm.
Soto and Corbin Carroll.
Yes. So I had Soto and Carroll as well. I had Kyle Tucker as my last guy.
Yes, that's valid.
I almost put Acuna. My other finalists were Kyle Stowers and Tatis. I wanted to put Acuna as one of my finalists, but I ended up not doing that just because the volume. Although, like, his production on a rate basis was better than any of these 3 outfielders, and if you say that's a 550 plate appearance sample size, then he just kind of wins it. Simply put, so you know, it be what it be. So yeah, you know, that is what that is. DH, I had Shohei Ohtani winning. I'm sure that was a really difficult one to guess, right? Real mystery there, I know. Finalist Kyle Schwarber. I had Rafi Devers as my other finalist there. So, hey, based on his NL numbers, he was one of the better DHs in the NL since he had gone there. I guess you could have put like an Ivan Herrera over him, I guess, but I don't know, in my mind, he's more of a catcher. Never mind, I thought he caught so many more innings than he did. Never fucking mind. Okay, I would have put Ivan Herrera, but listen, what's done is done.
Who caught more than, or who didn't catch as much as?
Oh, Ivan Herrera. I thought he caught a lot more than he did. He caught like 100 innings.
Yeah, he...
For some reason, I thought he was catching a lot more than he actually did. My bad. Hey, listen, it is what it is.
Yeah, because they had, what's his name? Was it Pajes?
Yeah, I thought... my
Pajes was catching, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Cardinals fans, my bad. That's my B. Yeah, I thought he caught a lot more innings than he actually did, so my bad, fellas. Yeah, you know what? That is fully my bad. All right. Are you ready to name our all MLB teams for the season?
Do you want to just like fire it off? Like you go first team, I go first team, and then one of us goes second, and then second. Or do you want to go position by position again?
We'll go position by position. Like I'll go one. Okay. I'll say my guy, and then you say your guy, and then we'll go. Catcher. I have a feeling we got the same guy here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Cal Raleigh, right?
Mr. Califin.
Yeah, it's Cal. So I mean, you know, we both have that, obviously. Yeah. Your first baseman.
I had Nicholas Kurtz.
Yeah, I also had Mr. Kurtz over here. For second base, my guy was Ketel Marte. He's barely beat out Nico Horner. But you know, it is what it is. You said that was your guy as well, right?
So I don't feel yeah, okay, yeah,
I barely beat him out. Horner's. Sorry, I'll keep my mouth shut for spoilers. But
I was gonna say the same thing.
Shh, you guys, anyone who's listening, you didn't hear that. Third base. I feel like this one's also a pretty easy one.
I had J-Ram.
Yeah, I had him as well. I had Bobby. That was my shortstop there.
Yes.
My outfielders, I went Aaron Judge, Corbin Carroll, and I went excuse me. I went Carroll, Judge, and Soto.
We have the same one so far.
Oh my God! Wait. We're kind of crazy right now.
Look at us.
Yo, we're in sync right now. Corbin, Carroll, yeah, Judge, Carroll, and Soto. Shout out. And then DH, I put Ohtani. I'm sure you probably put Ohtani as well.
Yes.
Right? All right. Who was your first of the starting pitchers?
Of the starting pitchers, I had Skeens. I mean, should I just say all the pitchers?
Yeah, you know what? We'll say all the pitchers. It's a really weird way to do it, I guess.
Struble, Crochet, Sanchez, and Yamamoto.
Yeah.
I might have put a bit much of the playoff stock, which shouldn't be done, but it's just Yamamoto was also very good in the regular season, and it's warranted.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's valid because
Is that who you had?
My 5 guys were Skubal, Skeens, Hunter Brown, Christopher Sanchez, and Yamamoto was my 5. He barely beat out Crochet. To be fair.
Okay, so you had Brown over Crochet.
Yeah.
Instead, okay, that was our difference.
Oh wait, I just realized that I'm kind of an. Hold on, wait.
Do you just not have Crochet or something?
Wait, no, wait. I realized I didn't have Crochet until I put it right now. Until I read it off, and I'm like, oh wait, fuck, I forgot to put Crochet on here. Whoopsie. My relievers of the year, it was Aroldis Chapman and Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, same here. So our only difference is you would keep Brown over Crochet.
Yeah, no, I'm putting Crochet on. I literally just when I did this,
so we had the same first.
No, I just straight up when I did this, I just straight up forgot about Crochet.
That's cool. We had the exact same first team, which shows that maybe we know ball. I don't know.
We know ball. We are locked in like that. We're just like that. Second team, my catcher. I have a feeling he was your catcher too. Alejandro Kirk. Your guy, my guy, everyone's guy, our guy, right?
Yeah, for first base, I had Vlad, which I don't think is crazy. Obviously,
I don't think it's.
I assume you had the same thing.
I actually had Matt Olson as my second baseman.
Okay. The fact that Vlad won or got first team just tells me they put playoff stock into it, which they shouldn't have.
Yeah, with all due respect, I love Vlad. He should not have been first team. It should have been Kurtz. Kurtz was like...
But I put him in my second team just because it's Vlad. You know?
No, I fucks with it too, but I don't know. I liked what Matt Olson gave.
Second base, I wonder who we have.
Oh, I wonder. It's not like we almost gave it away at the start. Yeah, it was...
Almost, we did.
Yeah, we did. We literally did. We literally said who we beat out, so... Yeah, it was Nico Horner, as we both said.
Yeah.
Third base. Who'd you have for third base?
I had Junior Caminero. His offensive numbers were just so good.
You know what? I fucks with it. I went Michael Garcia again. Here.
Yes, that was who I was debating.
Pretty close. I just like the little edge in defense. I just like that overall, just how good he was.
Who would you have your runner-up have been? Like
probably,
or like if there's a third team.
Probably would have been Caminero.
Okay, so I'm not that far off.
I just liked
yeah.
I just like Garcia a little bit better. Shortstop, I actually feel like this one isn't that tough either. I feel like this one is pretty obvious.
I had
Perdomo. Yeah, this one wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was not that difficult. And then give me your 3 outfielders for this one.
So, contrary to what I've been doing the whole time, I actually didn't put Acuna because for all MLB team, I went for guys who actually did play more, and like you know what I mean. So for that, I went Tatis, Julio, and PCA.
Oh my God, we're literally locked in right now. Besides first base and I guess third base, we're locked in right now. Those are my 3 outfielders.
But first and third, it was your second choices that I had. So
True.
It's not like it was like something off the board.
No, you're right. You absolutely right there. Who is your DH? I have a feeling we had the same DH.
I had George.
Yes, that was my guy as well. All right. So I made a slight amendment to my second team after making a slight amendment to my first team. And so that means that my second team starting pitchers, I have Hunter Brown. I have Freddie Peralta. I have Max Fried. I have Zach Wheeler. And I have Brian Wu.
And we have the same pitchers.
Woo!
Unbelievable.
Look at that, eh? You're locked in, man. For my 2 relievers, I had Andres Munoz. That was one of my 2 relievers. And then for my other reliever, I had Abner Uribe. What about you?
Yeah, so I did have Uribe, but instead of Munoz, I went with Monahan.
Okay. No, valid stuff.
So we were
Valid stuff.
basically like on the same wavelength.
We
for
were
both
locked.
of those,
We
like
were locked.
First and second team.
We
Yeah.
were locked in. Pretty much. First team. Okay, if I didn't forget Garrett Crochet existed when I was doing first team, I'm pretty sure
We had the exact same
literally
first
the exact
team, yeah.
same. For second team, the odd difference here and there. I think first, third.
Exact same starting pitching though, which is pretty crazy.
That
considering
is crazy. That is crazy.
we had different like Cy Young lineups. So
That is kind of crazy. So, hey, fucks with it. So yeah, that was our award show. These were who we believe in our minds who we would have voted for in certain spots for the awards, versus how they stack up in real life versus versus how they stack up in real life. Obviously, there's things we agree with, there's things we disagree with. I don't know about you. I think award voting is getting a lot better than it was a certain long time ago. I feel like at least with the major ones like Cy Young, MVP, there's not nearly as many like the robberies that you would have seen.
the thing is with Silver Slugger and Gold Glove and stuff like that, there's just so many players and so many like voters and criteria where it's like that you can understand, but MVP and Cy Young, it's more clear cut.
Yeah. I agree. You're not seeing like a lot of like the crazy ones. Like there's an argument you can make that like Mike Trout should have like 6 MVPs, and I actually kind of agree with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But like a thing like that, right? Like you don't see stuff like that where you're like, oh fuck, this guy should have this one.
Yeah, like they've been getting the major awards right recently.
Yeah,
for sure.
They have been. So, that does it for our 2025 MLB award show. For our next segment, sticking on the theme of
our last.
Yep, sticking on the theme of awards, we have a Sporkle quiz. The first Sporkle quiz that we are tackling on down the line. So, staying on the topic, or I guess the theme of awards, we have 2 Sporkle quizzes we are going to be doing today. We're going to be doing one, then we're going to be doing the other. We are going to be trying to guess all of the MVPs. So, from 1931...
I don't know about you, but I'm a huge Sporkle advocate.
Oh, listen, me and my boy, Sam, shout out him. He was he stepped in a couple weeks ago as the co-host here.
He pinch hit for me, yeah.
Yeah, he pinch hit for you. Like, me and him, whenever we're in lecture, like, half the time, we're just doing fucking Sporkle quizzes.
Dude, I remember high school, I'd be doing that shit, like, in the library, during my spares with, like, with the homies, shout out, Josh and Jake, and then, obviously, in class, and outside class with the boy, the homie, Jeremy, he used to do that a lot, too. Whenever I'd, like, do a quiz, I'd see, like, on the friends thing at the bottom, he'd already completed it. All the time.
We'll do like immaculate grids in like lecture and shit, right? And he had this one a few weeks ago. We won't always do like the one for that day, like because I don't do it like daily, so we'll have like a bunch to choose from. And there was this one that was like pitcher one game and then Dominican Republic, like born there, right? And this son of a bitch puts in Santiago Espinal and it hits with like 0.0003%, and we were trying for like a good 30 minutes not to just burst out laughing in the middle of lecture. Like we had like our faces like in our shirts, like we were trying hard not to laugh.
But like now I'm kind of curious, what would like what would Pujols be? It would probably be kind of high, no?
Pujols would probably be high. I don't remember what he was for that, but yo, listen, Sam knows. This is relatively recent. It was like a month ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. We were we were trying so hard not to fucking laugh. And we're just sitting there. I remember I'm looking like at the professor, and I just see him. He's sitting right next to me, and I see him in the corner of my eye. I can see him put his shirt in it, like his face in his shirt, like bring his shirt like over his nose. I look over, and I'm just like, I do the same thing because I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Anyways, we're trying to guess all the MVPs, dating back all the way back to 1931. There's 2 different quizzes.
What a year that was.
Sorry?
What a year that was.
What a year. Yeah, right. We were there.
I remember going to games, seeing these MVPs play, you know?
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be doing an AL one, then an NL one. There's none with like both in it. So we're just going to be doing one after the other. We have 10 minutes. There's 95 names on here. We'll see how we do. There's surely going to be some obvious misses. That's how Sporkle goes.
If we don't get like, let's say if we don't get like 85 plus, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, we should have a good amount of these. But anyways, we'll go back pretty easy. Aaron Judge, easy. Yeah. Ohtani, easy. Jose Abreu, Trout, Altuve, Mookie Betts, Donaldson. I'm just gonna roll until I have like a slight struggle. I don't know about you. Oh, Verlander, that's what that one was.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, you don't need me.
Pedroia, Rodriguez. Yo, listen, I'm a Sporkle guy, bro. I love Sporkle. We fuck with Sporkle. I didn't even kind of like envision this in my head before we did it, but fuck it. It was Giambi. Is Luis Gonzalez here? Or sorry, Juan Gonzalez. I don't know why I said Luis. This is Griffey. Who's this 95 Red Sox? I don't remember this one actually. Do you remember?
Move on.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Duh. That's Frank Thomas.
I'm on the board, baby. Let's go.
Is this Eck? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Eckersley.
That was a year where Eckersley was like fucking insane.
Yup. Absolutely. 88 Athletics. Who is this? Well, I'll get the 87 Blue Jays. I'll get that off the board.
That's Canseco.
That's Canseco. Oh, that is Canseco. Oh, that's not Wade Boggs. 86 Red Sox. Ooh, I would have thought that would have been.
No, I'll be Roger.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. In my mind, that's like, I think of him as more like a 90s/early 2000s guy. I guess I just associate him more with like Bonds, just because like they're always on the ballot together. Yeah, I guess so.
Nice like 4 Jays legends in a row. Because 85 was Mattingly.
Oh yeah,
that's Canseco, Bell, Clemens, and Mattingly.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if you noticed. I started typing Mattingly, and I was like, oh wait, no, I don't think he ever won MVP. I should have forgot.
That's just funny. That's 4 straight Jays legends. I mean, Mattingly technically. I mean, I wouldn't call him a legend, but you know.
You know, it can be what it be.
A Jays legend, I wouldn't call him. I'm saying.
Who the fuck is this Tigers one? I'm blanking.
That one I actually don't know.
We'll come back. We will come back to this one. That one's not.
Would it be? No, it wouldn't be Trammell, right? No, I don't think he won.
No. George Brett, surely. There's gonna be some Jim Rice in there. Are we getting some Blyleven in here? No. Oh, is this Rod Carew up here? It's Rod Carew. If I can spell his name.
It's not Kirk Gibson because he only won with the Dodgers.
Yeah, no, that would be right. We'll get some. We'll get some easy ones off on the far left side. We'll get some Mickey Mantles up out of here. We got Yogi Berra. I'm sure won a few. Yeah.
Milwaukee. The other one was Raleigh Fingers.
Fuck, you're right. I'd be forgetting these reliever MVPs because like, who votes a relief pitcher as MVP? It's still weird.
The Angels was what's his name? Don Baylor.
You got it. Yankees 76. It's not Thurman Munson. That's who it is.
Yeah, Munson.
Yeah, I was thinking. In my mind, he's like a little bit earlier, but I guess that would overlap with Yogi Berra. Is this Carlton Fisk? No. Oh yeah, no, he wasn't winning MVPs like that. Red Sox 70. Yeah. Oh, different Red Sox.
Lots of different ones.
Yo, also I just want to say really quick, shout out to the people on Sporkle who make me not have to spell out his full name. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Those people deserve so much.
You deserve the guy. Listen, shout out Ben on Sporkle. By the way, the quizzes will be linked in all the descriptions on any platform, in case you want to try and tackle it for yourself.
We're wasting precious time, my guy.
We are wasting precious time. My bad.
You're good. Who could Boston be then there?
Okay, wait. These 44 and 45.
Fred Lynn.
Fred Lynn, shout out. Got some Hal Newhouser action over there. Texas Rangers, Oakland A's.
Oakland A's Reggie.
Oh, fucking hell yeah. There's another A's one here. Oh, shit.
Vida Blue won.
Oh, fuck. I thought he only won the side that year. Fuck, I remember that MLB The Show card now. That absolutely busted-ass card. Shout out, bro.
Harmon Killebrew was one of the twins. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, he is that one right there. Tigers, who could this... Is this K-Line? No, wait. Maybe? No.
The Tigers are really tripping us up.
Yeah, Tigers are getting us right now, bro. Twins. Okay, I guess we'll come back to that one in a sec. Okay, we go far left. We have Philadelphia Athletics.
Fox. Jamie Fox.
Shout out Nelly
Uh,
Fox right there.
yeah, I wasn't gonna get that probably.
Shout
So
out that, bro. Um, it's like the one. I don't know if you've ever done one of those quizzes where it's like Dizzy Trout. If you know who that is.
yeah, it's just like the most random
I
like
only know who that is from
guys,
Forkle
but
when I type
yeah,
in Mike Trout for it,
exactly,
and then Dizzy Trout I get too.
exactly. What are some of the other Yankees? Roger Maris.
Um, holy fucking butcher. I don't know if you saw it. Butchered that name. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, Roger Maris. Um, Red Sox. We have some Cleveland. Bob Feller win one? No, he didn't. Philadelphia Athletics. Did like a Rishi Ashburn ever win? No. We got some Yankees. We got more Cleveland. Got more
We
Yankees
got
in Detroit.
Yogi.
Yogi's already on here. I got Mantle.
I know.
Got a bit of
DiMaggio.
Oh, true. Oh, DiMaggio. Yeah, it's like what was that? 4 of them, 3 of them. Some pretty good ones right there. Pretty
good. One of the Detroit ones in the 30s/40s. Hank Greenberg.
Oh, true.
ERG. Yeah. It's both of them. Well, actually, 2 or 3 rather.
Look at that. Is there? This is too late for like Naples Joie. Obviously, I don't even remember what fucking team he played for. I'm a fraud, but
yeah.
I'll type him in anyways.
Would the first one be Lefty Grove?
Oh, big pull. Good shit. All right.
Detroit again.
Detroit. Fucking hell. Detroit, Yankees, Cleveland, Philly, Cleveland. It's not Frank. It's not Bob Feller. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait, I just realized. This is Orioles one in 1970. Is that Jim Palmer? Oh, it's not Jim Palmer. Fuck.
Oh, Boo Powell.
Sorry?
Boo Powell.
Good shit. I don't think I was gonna get
the White Sox. I think it's Dick Allen.
Dick Allen.
Shout out MLB The Show.
Yo, you're on your shit right now. See, this is why I gotta start playing.
MLB The Show is saving my ass.
This is why I gotta start playing MLB The Show again, bro. I gotta start playing that game again because I'd get these. Tigers. That's honestly like so much the reason I know that Hal Newhouser won. Like I always get Newhouser on these quizzes because I love for that card in like 20.
Yeah, like Dick Allen had like a 99 Hall of Fame card or whatever. Oof. So I knew that he won an MVP.
Oof. Shut up, bro. Fucking hell. Cleveland, 1948. Who the fuck is this? Who are these? Oh my god. Who are these Yankees ones in the early 40s?
Fuck.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think of like who this could even be.
Oh my god. Shout out Adam Sandler. Phil Rizzuto.
Alright, you're gonna have to help me spell this one.
Rizzuto.
Alright. Because I was listening.
Billy Madison, the movie?
No, I've not seen that movie.
Oh, well, he had to write in cursive, and he wrote Rizzuto, but he had to spell Rizzuto, and the Z's look like R's, so yeah, that was just a fun.
Rarudo.
Okay, we gotta get back. Yeah, that's what it said.
We gotta look in. Who the fuck could these be, bro? Oh, Jesus
84
Christ.
is gonna kill me.
Who the hell could that be, though?
It's gonna be another reliever, isn't it?
It's gonna be some bullshit, bro. It's actually just gonna be some more shit. Oh, Jesus, man.
Oh, it is a reliever. It's Willie Hernandez.
Willie Hernandez? Okay. You got that? Locked in. All right. I see you.
Who is 74 Rangers, dude?
Yeah. fuck, man. I don't know about this one, bro.
It's over. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking say something bad.
Yeah, you know what? We got 4 seconds. 3, 2. Yeah, no. We'll see who these ones are.
Corey Seager.
Corey Seager.
Jeff Burrows.
Jeff Burrows.
Spud Chandler.
You know what? I can't say I'm that mad about any of these, to be honest with you.
Elston Howard's the only one that we should have gotten.
Yeah. I'm not that mad about any of these, to be
that's pretty good.
totally honest with you.
We got to do better with the NL. I'm sorry. 83, not good enough.
Yeah.
This is what we do for a living.
Absolutely.
By living, I mean for fun. But...
Yeah. All right. So we'll speed run the start of it. I'll get this out the way. Goldschmidt, Harper.
I'll just sit here and watch until you need me.
Brado's free. Sit here and watch. Bryant, shout out KB, underrated. We miss KB being good around in these parts.
Miss when he actually played the sport.
Oh, I wonder who these Giants ones are going to be. Was that Chipper Jones? 98 Sosa. You're looking at Laird Walker here. Oh fuck. Who is this guy's name? I can't. Oh god. What is this Padres one actually? This.
Oh, Caminiti.
Caminiti. Okay, thank you. Caminiti. Okay, I always forget. This is one guy who always fucks me up on the Sparkle. And there's always one. It's like Kevin Brown. I think his name is. He's also a Padre. I think he was a Silver Slugger around that same time period for them. Barry Larkin. We're looking at Smoltz, Maddox, Glavin.
Pendleton.
Sorry.
Pendleton.
Oh, true. That one always gets me as well. We'll knock out some more obvious ones. We'll get some Joe Morgan up out of here. We'll get some Willie Mays up out of here. We will get some Clemente up out of here. We're going to get...
Gibson, because he won... Because I was just talking about him.
Oh, true. You were talking about him in the last one. Kurt Gibson. We'll get some Stan Musial up out of here. We will get some Jackie Robinson out of here. We get some Banks.
Schmidt.
We'll get some Mike Schmidt up out of here. We will get some Eddie Matthews. Oh, wow. Never mind. With 2 T's? No. Okay, never mind. I would have thought Eddie Matthews would have been a guy. We'll get some Hank Aaron up out of here. Only 1. Actually, thought he had more than that. Not even gonna lie to you. Koufax have any? Ooh, Koufax did. We got Musial. Not looking at.
89 Giants was Kevin Mitchell, I think.
Ooh, you're right. Good shit.
And then the Cubs in 87 was Dawson.
Right.
The Cardinals would be Willie McGee.
Willie. Sorry.
McGee. MCGE.
Oh, true. I think you said Mickey.
And then then the Cubs is Sandberg.
Right.
Who again, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the man.
Dale Murphy won back-to-back, I believe.
Yeah. Stargell and Keith Hernandez. I forgot they did.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, they had 2.
No.
Dave Parker.
Right. Good shit.
Foster.
Good shit.
Sure, that'll be the show again.
Good shits.
The Reds would be bench.
You right. There's another Reds one. It's not Tony Perez. It's not
Cardinals would be Torrey.
You right.
The other Red... Oh, Pete Rose.
Oh, duh.
Steve Garvey for the Dodgers, I believe.
Good shit. Stay hot.
We're kind of cooking.
Stay hot.
St. Louis. Cepeda.
You're on it.
The other Cardinals, dude, I guess the Cardinals win every fucking award ever. I don't even know.
And they have a million different guys to do it. It's not Ozzie Smith, obviously. Yeah. He was never going to win a fucking MVP.
I don't know. The only guy I can think of from that time is Dick Groat, but I don't... Okay, well, that's a different one.
Look at you. Listen,
I got the wrong one.
Listen, listen, the shot went in. The shot went in. That is, that's really all that matters right here.
What
else are we looking at right here?
Roy Campanella won one of them, one of the Dodgers ones.
You get a Campanella? Okay, I was gonna say you might have to help me spell his
I
name.
won 3 of them.
Did we reach one of them? No, we didn't. Yeah, one of them. Yeah, 3 of them, maybe. You know, close enough. Close enough. Trying to think who these fucking early Reds ones would be. Oh boy. Yeah, the 30s is not my era, I guess.
The Phillies, I think, is Chuck Klein.
How do you fucking spell his name?
E-I-N, I think.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
One of those spellings was gonna work.
Was Hack Wilson one?
Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, damn.
No, I thought he was the Cubs one. Who's the Cubs?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Dizzy Dean.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on that shit.
Dizzy Dean and Dizzy Trout.
Dizzy, and I'm not talking Trout, bro. Shut up.
God.
On gang. On shit.
Why is this one harder?
This one low-key is hard. Well, low-key, we're AL. Well, I mean, our teams are AL. So, like, you know, we're just tapped in.
I guess, yeah.
You know.
Who the fuck is a 64 Cardinal?
Oh, I just realized there's, I think this 50... Is this Don Newcomb in 56? Boom.
Ooh.
Got that. Shut up, bro. Absolute hurler.
Who the hell was good on the... I mean, I don't know off the top of my head who was on these teams. Duke Snyder, I don't fucking know.
No.
I mean, worth a shot.
Duke Snyder. Cubs? Who the hell? Yo, I need to brush up on my history. This is what this is telling me.
This is bad.
This is a little tough. I can't lie. Ooh. We are sure.
Ernie Lombardi. I remember I was looking at like when I was looking at like catcher seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie Lombardi was on there. And I was looking like during the I. Like Lombardi like I at the end. Lombardi.
I was say one of these spellings is gonna be right.
Yeah. That was one of the seasons that I saw. Yeah, like a 160 OPS plus or some shit one year.
Ooh, shout out to bro. Fuck with our boys around here. Oh man, I am.
Let's get the 80, please. We need that at least.
Come on, we just need one. Oh man, we have Hank Aaron out of here. Musial is up out of here. Ernie Banks is up out of here. Mays is out of here. Clemente's up out of here. Bob Gibson never won one. Plus, we already typed in Gibson like twice. Oh boy. Oh man, Dick Rowe, we already typed. Frank Robinson, we already typed in. Campanella, we already typed in. Musial, we already typed. McCovey, Johnny Bench, we already typed. Cepeda. Oh fuck, man. Oh fuck me.
Would the Cubs be Hornsby, or is that too late for him?
I low-key think this is too late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be too late for Honus Wagner too, like a good bit too late, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, he was like 1900.
Or what Cardinals, I guess, but yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, this shit's fucking me up right now.
This can't be it. It can't end like this.
It cannot end like this. Don't tell me we're gonna go outside, man. Don't tell me we're going outside. Could they be pitchers? I feel. Are we thinking maybe too hard on position players? I don't know about you. I'm thinking a lot of position players, but when I think about it, it's like Gibson never won. Tom Seaver wouldn't be on here anyways. There's no Mets.
Oh my God, Jim Costanti.
You gotta help me spell his name.
I don't fucking know. K-O...
Stanty.
K-O-N-A-S... No, it's K-O-N-S-T-A-N-T-Y?
One more time?
K-O-S... Or K-O-N-S-T-A-N-T-Y.
Boom.
Let's go. Oh my god.
We got 80. Lock in.
Over. Oh my god.
Lock in.
I pulled that out of my ass, bro. I had no idea how I was spelling that shit.
Was that an MLB The Show one or what? What
was
that?
Fuck no. I just know because I was researching, because I have like friends who are Phillies fans, and I remember going through like MVPs and like old players and stuff just for fun. And that was just a name that I remember he won an MVP.
Shit. Okay.
When he said pitcher, it reminded me.
All right. Hold on, wait. Let's look at a few of these. Wait, I think it went down a little bit on. I guess let me just reconfigure that. All right. No, tiny bit more. There we go. All right. These are the guys we missed.
These aren't names that are like, oh fuck, how did we not get that?
I'll be so for real with you. I would not have gotten any of these guys. I'm gonna be so honest with you. So I'm not mad. We scored a lot better than that. We scored 30 percentage points better than average. So
yeah, fuck you, average. We own you, bitch.
We absolutely own you. Anyways,
twerking after that.
Twerking, he says.
Yeah, I'm celebrating. You know.
All right, shout out to bro. Anyways, I think that about does it for this episode of the pod. Thank you to listening, as always. If you listened for just a couple minutes, or if you were here for the long haul, we thank you. Every bit counts. Thank you for listening to our award show. Let us know what you think, what you agree with, what you disagree with, whatever, and all that. So, as always, Ethan, is there anything you want to say to the people before we go?
No, I think that's good. Other than, thanks for watching.
Of course. All right. Anyways, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, thank you all for listening today. We will see you next week. Next week, we start our ranking season. So anyways, we will see you on the next episode of Downline Podcast. Take care, everyone. Peace out.